Give me a sec, guys. Just gonna get this all sorted out on the Discord. All right, and cool. Let's have a look for these in here. Okay, 2 secs. I think I'm back in. Alright, what's good? Yo, Royal, you needed to watch today's live stream, man. Today's live stream, I came onto the live and we're talking about Ethereum's move. Man, what a move today. What a move. What's going on? Who's in here? Hi, Adriana first. Nikesh, what's good, man? Blind soon, Rick, Luke, what is cracking, man? Scott, how you doing? Kenobi, how was your journey, bro? Shadow, Emmy, how you doing, bruv? Greg, number 3. You know what? That trips me out, man. Number 3. That's crazy. Sadowski, I'm 13. What's happening, man? Erica, how are you? I'm good, good evening, good, yeah. Yeah, it was crazy today, man. Nikesh, new Bitcoin incoming high? Is Bitcoin making a move without us? There she goes. You know what that means, don't you? Okay, so Bitcoin has now come out of level 1. Okay, so now it's working level 2. So near term potential. I'm waiting for 46, 46, and 45. That's what I'm waiting for with Bitcoin to confirm to me that this cycle is in play, that level 2 is in play. All right, because look, the shark fin come out the volatility band. The RSI crossed below the signal and now it's turned back up. The market base is turning upwards as well. It's just screaming movements towards me. Whoa, what's going on? All of you have just popped in. Jubilee. Luke, tea. That's what I've got. Tea, and got my brew tea, vape, inhaler. Yeah, ready at the preach, boy. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for a few people to come in. Yeah, Oliver, man, that's wicked. Glad most of you caught that today. What Matt Cardano bought to hold today. How do you think it's gonna do? You know what? Everything's gonna do fine. You know, it's just wild what's been happening, guys. You know, we've been catching different moves, man. Different moves. Oh, what's happened here? Okay, so this is a 15-minute time frame. I need to be on the hour time frame. That's cool. just going to get the party started in a minute, guys. I'm just waiting for a few people to come in so I can explain what happened today. I need to know who watched the live this morning and who didn't. And then I'm going to get into, roll it out and see what everyone's saying. But yeah, today's been wild. GME launching 1 hour. Nicholas, how you doing, bro? Number 3, man. That is nuts, man. I'm just loading up my inhaler. All right, cool. Get some stuff arranged here. Let's get this sorted out. I'm going to start talking about our Lady Ethereum. And just for the record, guys, if anything disconnects, just bear with. I'll get it back on. But it's unlikely it's going to happen. Get my cup of tea. I'm using the Aegis tank, one that's waterproof, shockproof, dustproof, but not me picking at it proof. I've literally peeled off all the protective layer on it, exposed the cells. So yeah, I think I'm due for a new one. I've had this one for what? I think nearly 2 years. I've done well with this pipe. It's served me very well. So yeah, Binance today not working. Yeah, that's just a classic example of what happens when, look, Binance is big, but you can tell if a company can stand the test when, you can tell when they can stand the test when the volume comes in, because God, today there was just a massive pump. Even with Bitcoin right now, man, look at it. It's just going and going and going. Bitcoin is doing unbelievable numbers. Right, let me just tidy this up. This is a mess. We just need to talk about this right now. Need to keep an eye on Bitcoin. See what she's doing. Oh my days. Near-term targets, guys. That's what I'm projecting for Bitcoin to do in the next few moments. Look at that. All the M levels have been completely taken out by Bitcoin. You understand about those M levels? They work, but sometimes when the momentum is there, that's it. They don't stand a chance. Okay, so get baby blue line done right there. All right, 72 of you in the room. That is awesome. All right, who we got here? Let me just acknowledge a few people. Thanks for protecting my business, high profit. Solange, that is awesome. That is awesome. That is brilliant, by the way. It's MES. Mez. Don't know why Google separated my name. Mez. Okay, Mez. I'll call you Mez. Blue Moon. Blue Moon. That's my favorite juice. My OSA indicator is green. That's a good omen. You've lost a huge pump. Oh, what's happened, Shadow? Future's already launched in the last 24 hours. That's all good. Okay, the bite and bite at the table. Bite hit the table. didn't able to sell my ADA to jump on Bitcoin. Your OBS indicators green. That's a good omen. Yes, tonight is a good. Yes, I was trying to work out what you were saying, man. My OSA. What is that? That's some new indicator I haven't put up on the screen. All right, let's draw this out properly. Okay, right. Bang there. Let's play this out down here. Keep an eye on Ethereum on the lower time frame. We'll talk about Ethereum on the lower time frame in a sec so we can break down into perspective what is going on. What is going on here? There we go. That's better. Perfect. All right then, who we got here? Where we are? People saying Bitcoin to 300k by the end of this bull run. I don't know. I know you don't know for sure, or but do you think it's possible? Look, guys, look what Bitcoin did today. You know, now that Elon Musk has stepped in and decided, you know, I fancy a bit of Bitcoin. You know, whether he did or that he didn't. Naturally, the hype of it is just going to keep following. It's going to have a domino effect. Everyone's just going to roll onto Bitcoin, and it's just going to drive the supply up. You know, you're getting these whales obtaining, you know, thousands and thousands of Bitcoins, and there's only a 21 million supply. You know, it's natural that, you know, the demand is just going to shoot to the moon. You know, Bitcoin dominance is too high, so Ether is not able to pump it. Ether is not able to pump. It will hold strong, but it won't pump until Bitcoin takes a breather and the world isn't watching. I understand that, Jerome. I completely understand that. I mean, if we see that Ethereum just sits tight and doesn't do anything, we can assume that. But when the big players come in and put their money down, it's only natural that price is just going to rise from that point. You know, we can speculate on what we think will happen. You know, we can speculate as much as we want, but at the end of the day, when money's coming in, it's going to drive it upwards. You know, I hope your claim is there, man. But then these streams will be pretty boring if they don't. Cruz, what's good? Number 3, like the stream. Thank you guys. Yep, if you don't mind doing that. New inhaler, check out Vupu Vici. I just got one carbon fiber, so pick proof. So pick proof. Algorand was pumping today, yeah. Yes, hit 45k. Only 22 likes. I'm gonna go once it drops. I think there's a big Ethereum to Bitcoin transfer, really. Hello from Romania, what's good? Yeah, you should definitely move to Bitcoin. Yeah, man. Okay. Guys, can we like the stream? 28 of you like the stream and 95 are watching. Come on, man. Help a brother out. You know? I'm only going to start talking about Ethereum's future movements if we can get to 80 likes. How about that? 80 likes is the criteria. Your like is your payment. Uses 40 accounts. What's good, Marvin? It was good today, man. Everyone won today, man. Everyone won today. It was a good move. You know? We'll know in a minute, man. We'll start talking about Ethereum in a sec. You know, we've got plenty of time. Do you know what? You're not the only person that said that, Sadowski, man. I've had so many people say that they've just completely switched off their partners, their wives, you know? Double like, nice one. One for my TV account. Oh, nah, nice one, man. I didn't know you could do that. Wicked. That is awesome. That is crazy. You can do double likes. I didn't know you could do double likes. That is sweet. What's up, Victor? What's happening, Royal? I give it 2 more minutes, guys. I'm just waiting for a couple of other heads to come in. And then we get onto it. Ethereum today, man. Okay, then. Okay. How many people today? Good time for Bitcoin, 50-day, man. Should come, right? Let's see, man. Because look, we've got Hong Kong to respond. Hong Kong has yet to respond to what happened today. They are going to respond to, you know, Elon's purchase of Bitcoin. You know? Bailey, what's happening, man? Son, how you doing, bro? What is that, man? Parrot, the vape, the pattern on his face, you know. They got the pattern on his face. Are you serious, man? That is wild. What's going on, Stephanie? Martin, Don. Yeah, I've just checked it, Nikesh, man. I'm glad to know that you've been studying charts. Yeah, man, Metallica, man, that's the way. I can't believe you've done that. The pattern on the face is funny, but the vape and the parrot, bro, come on, man. You kill the credibility, man. Smurfy video, how you doing? Dennis, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Gonna get to that in a sec, my friend. Guess who added to long? Chris, how are you? Chris, my friend, are you well? I hope everything's all good. Ah, YD, that's you. YD, I thought it'd be you. You ready to do another 11k, bro? Yeah, that was a great win for you, man. Guy, YD made 11k, man. Wow. Straight off the trade of the backed off the trade on the back of the 50-day bounce, man. Took himself 11k. Well done. You like the sound of the vape, guys. Okay. Guess who added too long when the short signal appeared at the bottom of the trading range for Bitcoin? 14, dude, I 2x my account already since yesterday, and I would have 3x it if I went all in. Oh man, Jerome, look, man, you didn't know you were going to 2x it. You didn't know you could have made 3x, 4x. You know, that's the nature of the beast. You know, but don't go all in next time, bro. That's 2x. That's fine. Hong Kong, what happened to the weekly plan? And why Elon happened? Eddie, what's going on, bro? Got some aces up my sleeve. Hold on. I can see the aces now. I'm going to print that off, man. That's my meme right there. That meme is the best. Sync Motion, how you doing? Italo, how you doing? Did you... No worries, YD, man. That's all good. 111 you in the room. That is awesome. Zenit Gaming, what's going on? All right, and cool. I think we've got enough people in here. I think Nikesh has done very well to create that picture. Thank you very much for that. I can imagine you laughing about it whilst you were making it, man. Diamond Fox, where have you been, bro? Hey, where have you been, man? You actually managed to lose money today, which is good because I learned a lot. Okay, good. That's part and parcel, Luke. You can accept that, then you're laughing. 45% I got in Ethereum, kind of worried about it. If it doesn't pump soon. Yeah, based on what my understanding of the cycles are, Jerome, coming out of the peak formation, Ethereum has done the pullback. Spike to the high, it hit both. I'll get straight into it. Sleeping. Thank you, son. Thank you, Son King. That's awesome. All right, cool. Let's get to it. All right. So how many of you today took the Ethereum trade? I want to know how many. Lucifer, where have you been, man? You've been missing the cake, bro. You've been missing the cake. Please watch the last stream, the stream that I did today. Please watch it, man. Patience, you know, confirmation, guys. The pattern. That's what we look for. You took 2 ethers. I did. Jerome, wicked. Christopher got locked out. Locked out? Sphinx been holding Ethereum from now. Let's do it. Seem like you're new here, Sphinx. Nice to see you. You, Dennis, you still in. Chronic, didn't take it. No worries. Asked me to train. Ether always brings a loss for me for some reason. You hold. Yep, me too. Took Bitcoin and Ethereum. Wicked. Needed to chill. So I did not revenge trade. That's good. Matt took 2 trades in Ether this morning. Wicked. Wicked, Lucifer. That's good to hear, man. Nicolander, should I buy more Ethereum at 700 price? Bear with me. I'm going to get to it. I'm going to break down Ethereum and Bitcoin in a short moment. Paladin, still in. Wicked. Crashed Coinbase. I can't understand why those companies are crashing. Yeah, what's more? Yeah, man. I turned it on. So I have a video about confirmation. I do not understand it fully. I'll speak about confirmation, Rick. Hold in. Okay. Should I convert something into Bitcoin? What would you advise? Okay, bear with me. Binance has crashed. Yep, that's true. Holding thing. Okay, can you go? Okay, let's go. All right, and sweet. So, oh God, I've forgotten to do this. Give me a second. Okay, cool. I'm here. Don't worry. I'm just sorting out the Discord as well. Just in case anybody new comes in and enjoys the stream. 122 of you. All right, let's start talking about this. Thank you very much, Lucifer, man. Companies probably get from market makers. They put enormous amounts of money into those into put stock prices. Do you know what? A lot of it is because these companies aren't exchanges. You know, they have a very basic back office. All right. And when they're getting pumped so much, they can't handle it. You know, when you trade the Bitcoin, when you trade Ethereum against the dollar on sort of exchanges like these brokers here who have the direct access to the feed, okay, they haven't got a problem with crashing. You know, the only time it crashes is when they want it to crash so they can quickly spike orders up and down, adjust the spreads, you know, which they can do, you know. It may be bad practice, but they can just simply blame it on an influx of orders because that's what they do it. They do it at that time, you know? So we're going to look over what happened today with Ethereum so we can develop context and understand why did she move the way she did. Let's put Bitcoin aside, okay? But Bitcoin was forming the formation anyway, all right? So it was quite ironic how it behaved the way it behaved, but one way or another Bitcoin was going to go that direction, whether it was going to be a fast move or a slow steady move. It was going to go because the direction, the formation was there and it had locked, okay? And someone must have known something about Bitcoin, you know, Elon buying Bitcoin. Someone must have known. You know, I don't care what anyone says. There's always someone in the know. You can't tell me these market makers don't know. You know? All right, and so let's gonna widen up the screen. All right then. So from Sunday, all right, hands up. What's going on, bro? Wicked. Okay. Right, you guys ready? All right, let's do this. So Sunday night stream, we were all anticipating what Hong Kong or Tokyo was going to do. All right, hi all in, ready, cool. Christian, how you doing? All right, let's go. So Sunday night stream, we were all sat here. Cool. So Sunday night stream, we were all waiting for Ethereum to do something. We were waiting. Sunday stream was here. All right. So this is what I'm going to do. All right. Just so you guys can facilitate the learning. All right. So we're going to wait. We're getting rid of all this. All right. So you can't see nothing. All right. So Sunday night stream, we were looking at this area. We were all waiting to see if there was a potential W formation going to form. All right. And we were all speculating on whether or not it was going to either just bounce completely from here. Was the Hong Kong session going to send price higher? You know, we were all waiting for that to happen. Crypto ETH, how you doing, bro? Casper, what's good, man? Pac-Man. All right, then. So there were a couple of things that we needed to see. What we're gonna look over right now, guys, is how the pattern developed. And this is why it's so crucial. You go over the previous streams. And now you might hear me talking, but just simply watch price as it develops. All right? Because then what you're able to do is you're then going to be able to project what is price going to do in the coming candles, right? You're going to be able to work out if price hits the 50-day pullback and it stays above this key area, we would have the second leg. The next thing I'm waiting for is the shift candle, all right? So we were all discussing. Now, I said that this candle here, all right, was so important. And I spoke about it several times, all right? I said, what do you guys see when you see this candle? Many of you say that you saw a pin bar, a hammer, you know, the buyers are rejecting the lows. They don't want price to go any lower. It's far from the truth. You know, it's completely far from the truth. The reality is, guys, now speaking about it in today's live, the reality is this, all right? This candlestick right here is not people rejecting the lows. It's like they don't have an interest in price going lower. No, what's happening is this. We started to see the clues from the market makers, all right? They're starting to offload their previous positions and build more longs at lower prices, all right? So remember that. When markets are dropping, when price is dropping, we as retail traders believe that there's a short market when really it's the market makers buying longs at lower prices with the anticipation to close them at a higher price. All right. So we start to see the clues. There's the first clue, the big red candle. All right. Starts to trail sideways, pin to the high, pin to the high. All right. We're at all-time highs up here. And, you know, they pinned it once, twice, 3 times. All right. Always when they pin the highs 3 times, you've got them. You can squash the dealer when that happens. All right. You can put the house on that. You can do whatever you want. All right. But it has to be in context. I'm not saying if you just see 3 pins to the high, because look, that's 3 pins, 1, 2, 3 there. And you're going to put your house on it. No, it has to be done in context. All right. It has to be done from a move coming up to the upside, taking the all-time high, pull back, big red candle, spike to the high, big red candle. They're shifting the zone. They contain the area. They make these retail investors believe that the pullback to the 50-day is strong. So they're going to start adding. They pin to the high to get those orders cleared. Bang, pin to the high again, get them cleared. Now to me, that's 1, 2, 3 pins to the high. Okay, Aiden, what's good? Right, when they spike to the high, all right, they're grabbing orders. It's not because market makers or retail traders, you know, you're seeing these dojis, you know, there's indecision, or, you know, that it's just price rejecting that area. No, it's not that, okay? They started rejecting price in this area here and this area here, all right? These are just clues to us who are watching the market makers what the next step is. What are we waiting for when we see these 3? We're waiting for a shift candle. This could be deemed as a shift candle, but it wasn't as aggressive as this one here. So this is the shift. It moved price, all right? Came back down, retrace, continuation. Does anybody know this pattern? Didn't happen by accident. There we go. We've been doing the tattoo all week. There's your retrace continuation. Then you've got 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3 pushes to the low. Now, whenever we see 3 pushes to the low, right, we know that market makers are getting ready to change price around. So they move price 1, 2, 3. They're inducing traders. The term called is inducing. They're making traders believe that we're now in a short market. Ethereum now is going down south. All right. They want to absorb as much liquidity as they can. So when price breaks below the 200-day, it triggers more guys to go short. And look at that candle. That candle was red. All right, it went all the way down here. It was a big red candle, and then it snapped all the way back. What was going on there was simple. Market makers were fulfilling the orders of the guys who were going short, at the same time getting their longs covered and filled with the liquidity of those guys going short. Okay, and then they went and took back all of their stops that they put in these areas, and they sent price all the way back up. Okay, so as traders, what we were looking for, we were waiting for the first leg of the W. All right, and that's it. The first leg of the W appeared. All right, then we expected the retrace, which happened, and now we expected the next part was price to come back down and create the second leg. So let me just delete the box and draw another one. So during last night's live, we were all sat through this situation here. It was about here, all right? And we were sitting in this situation. We were saying to ourselves, you know, could it go up further? You know, are we going to miss the move? What's going to happen here? All right? Yeah, this is the 1 hour time frame. All right? Price rejects the 50-day, comes back, but forms a low, 2 railroad tracks, all right, at the Asian low. All right? That there was conviction to me that the market makers had effectively formed the second leg. All right? So we then drew our leg. It was above the previous area. Even if it came down to here, guys, it would have still been a valid W. All right? So we've got drop, rise, drop, rise. Here's your first shift candle. All right? So the market makers are starting to shift out of the zone. They want to get out of here because they've absorbed all the liquidity here, and they want to shift out of the zone. All right. Second break of the 50-day. We need confirmation. There it is. It pulls back and tests a 50-day. Very small pullback. It was a very, very, very small retrace continuation. All right. Very small one, but they are valid. The smaller they are, the better, really. Okay. But then again, the bigger they are, the more confirmation that you're going to have to wait for. All right. And then it just completely took off. Now, I had these levels put on. If you go into the Discord, you'll see this chart put on when price was here. Okay, so I'm going to delete that. This is where price was last night. All right, so you could only see this here, this CME potential, and that's all you could see from last night's chart. None of this, nothing else. You couldn't see anything else. All right. And that's why we were projecting, guys. We were waiting for a projection to happen. All right. And as you can see what happened, all right, price pulled out. All right. So when price completely takes out, as it did, took out this target area, took out this target area, and it hit the CME potential area. It took out yesterday's high. All right. Yesterday's high and the day before that as well. And it tested for a new all-time high right here. Okay. Happy days. All of our price targets were fulfilled, and I know most of you took some from the market at that point. All right. So where are we at now? Well, in line with the cycle of the peak formation, level 1 is always aggressive. All right. Level 1 is always aggressive. So this is what we're waiting for, guys. We're waiting for the rise, which has happened. We're now waiting for the pullback, which is effectively happening. And then we're waiting for the continuation to the upside. All right. Now we can trade this in 2 different ways. We can wait for solid confirmation. This point here is where the EMA 5 and the 13 EMA will be pointing upwards, and they wouldn't have crossed, and they would have started to fan out. Okay. Or here, where we wait for the high to be retaken and anticipate that the guys who are trading at the all-time high are stepping in and sending price higher. So am I going to be seeing next level 1900? I'm holding my conviction to the 1900. All right, that is where we will see that level. The new pivot points will come out very shortly. Okay, so we're going to get those drawn, and you guys need to take those down as well, just in case you can't get MT4. All right, but it is it's very exciting times, guys. Very exciting times. All right, I'm going to drop down to the 15-minute time frame. All right, here we are. So this was the drop at the 800 EMA. All right, Can you see that it wasn't that much of a clear W? Very small W, all right? But then if we look, where is it? If we look here, the TDI, what's it doing? Can you see the TDI? Small W there, all right? 9 times out of 10, you're going to see, if you can't see it here, you can probably see it here, all right? But price, you know, everything has to be working in your favor. You have to see the following. You have to see, where are we at? Hold on. You have to see price pulling away from the EMAs. Price has to be so fanned out from the EMAs to confirm that you've got the first leg, which is there, all right? And then it pulls back to the 50-day, retrace, continuation, retest, all right? See that? You see that there? Always likes to pull back for the breaking out from the EMAs, sorry, breaking out from the pattern. It always pulls back and then returns back to the upside. And that is your pattern right there. All right. There's your tattoo right there. Rise, retrace, continuation to the upside. And there are many times where you could have added to this. All right. You could have added to this. Not that I want to get you guys to keep adding, but the way you classify it, adding to a position. All right. Firstly, we always have to respect the pattern, all right? So wherever we can see this pattern is our opportunities to add. So here's the first instance. Break. There's one there. You could have entered here, retrace there. And then this is where it started getting a bit crazy, all right? So I wouldn't class, I mean, you could class that, retrace, continuation, enter there, rise above that. But guys, you've got to remember, in relation to the time frame that you're trading in, all right, and the distances between the rises and the falls, okay, you're not aiming for every one that you trade. You know, don't look to try and make loads of points, all right? Don't look for that. You want to ideally just make sure that price, you know, when you see a profit, take it, guys, because you can see how quick it returns back. You know, you can see, look at it, goes up, quickly pulls back down, straight to the high, green candle, red candle, all right? That to me is the true bearish engulfing pattern. Why? Because market makers sucked in the longs and made them go to the highs, okay? And then they shifted out of the zone. They completely moved out of the zone and engulfed the whole previous candle. And that red candle there is the market makers exchanging contracts, many contracts at that point in time. And remember, price will always deviate back to the mean. There's a mean reversion in this, guys. Look at it, pulling back, you know? Where we at right now? From the previous low, straight up, we could trade that one. Aim for the range weekly high when Tokyo opens, or when Tokyo and Hong Kong open. We are in the first level of the cycle, right? The 1 hour time frame is showing the first level, and that's what I'm waiting for, guys. I'm going to get rid of these because we saw those areas. We realized those images are in the Discord, guys. Okay, they are in the Discord, so check it out and cross-reference those charts. Let me see, what have you guys been saying here? It's a beautiful W, wasn't it? But did you see how it was building up? So Casper, do you see how it built up from last night? Last night's live, we were talking about how it was to develop. What did we need to see? I wanted this W to come down here and retest the 200-day for that extra confirmation, because the bounce from there would have been huge. But the bounce from here was huge. They used the Asian range low, okay, the Asian low of the session to retrace price, attack the 50-day, pull back, continuation to the upside, right? And then let's look at the M patterns, guys, all right? Let's look at the pivot points. We've got M1, support at M1 denotes that we're going to look to see M3. M3, M1, taken. Support at M2 implies that we could see M4. M2, M4, complete. Then you've got the pivot point. Strength at the pivot, massive move in the pivot. We're approaching M3. M3 support implies that we should see M5. M3, M5. We've completely rode the pivot points all the way to the upside today, guys. You know, it's wild. These could have been your profit points, you know, or your stop loss entries, you know. It is wild what they did today, guys. You guys had a dream come true. And many of you did. You know? Right. Cup of tea. Let's read what people are saying here. If Ethereum doesn't capitulate Bitcoin. Ethereum Bitcoin. Let me see if I can get that on here. No, I can't. Ethereum, I can only get Ether and USD. Okay. No. Futures is Ethereum. No, I can't. Let me just bring up Ethereum Bitcoin on here. Right. Let's see what Jerome's talking about. Lloyd, I'm going to get the pivots for you in a sec because the new session's going to start. Interesting fact, the Ethereum to Bitcoin pair is down, showing that it's going to rise. Absolutely 100% means that Ethereum is going to rise or Bitcoin down, a little or both. As I said to you yesterday, guys, all right, there is a little bit of fractional disparity in between the two, okay? There is fractional disparity. Okay, where are we at? No, repeat formation. Okay. How do you put? Just put a basic. Put a basic RSI in. Can I put that in or not? Okay, let me see. Where is it? Can I do that? Well, does any? You know what? I'm not even going to do it. I'm just going to base it purely off the chart itself. Candlesticks. Okay. Push, push. There you go, guys. You can see pattern here. Here's an example. You got a V pattern here, right? V pattern, which is a very, very, very tight, absolutely tight M formation. If I bring it down to the 15-minute time frame, all right, you should be able to see a very small M. There's your M, all right? So look at the aggressive move to the upside, guys. Look, first leg, retrace, rise, shift out of the zone. 1, 2, 3, push out. It drops. 1, retrace, continuation, all right? Retrace, continuation. Go across. Here we go. Yep, so retrace, continuation, retrace, continuation, retrace, the big move, retrace, continuation. It's just going on and on. The pattern just keeps on forming all the time. There you go. That was a little bit of a weak breakout, but it came back. Retest, bang. And you'll do it. Look at how they bounce off the 200-day. The 200-day moving average. Look how beautiful that is. First touch of the 200-day from this break here. Bang. Tested, pullback, gone. Second time. Rejected completely. Dropped. You know? Okay, Ethereum. Right. Let me read what you guys are saying. Take a few hits. 167 of you in the room, and that's crazy. If anyone's new here, guys, you know, welcome to the channel. Hope we can give you some value here. Arzub, what's going on? I was going to put a sell order and brought by accident. What? Downfill across the train again. Don't worry, Royal. You can always catch it again. You're at the station. Remember that. You're at the station. Have you ever read Al Brooks? Yes, yes, yes. I have. I have. Yes, they are. Al Brooks, he's flawless, bro. You know? Look, I have read these books, so you could say that all of this is coming to play. You know, it's all coming together. You know, all coming into the context, you know. It's just wild, but we're talking crypto here. You know, a lot of it is all, for me, it's all Forex. You know, I mean, let me have a look what Forex USD did today. There you go, guys. What did we say about Monday? Last night's stream, what did we say? All right. Go back to the stream. All right. And I'll tell you why I don't trade Mondays. You should not trade Mondays. Look at that. Terrible. There's nothing happening here. False move, weak beginning. All right. They make guys think, you know, Euro USD is going to keep going to the upside. False move, week beginning. They're playing around with the spreads. They're setting the range up for the week. Tomorrow we shall see. You know? Don't ever trade the Mondays. They're not engineered for you to make money on. If market makers don't move price and they don't ride cycles from the Monday, why should you be trading? Why should you try and trade that? You know? Okay, then. We're going to look at the 15-minute. I'm going to get the 15-minute time frame up. Put it here. Oh, God. Right, target hit. Happy days. Range weekly high and set. There we go. Let's get my patterns. For anybody new that comes into the live, they need to understand what we're talking about here. All right. So I'm going to get that drawn right there. Get dotted line. Take out area there. Level 1. Going to label it. Okay, so level 1 end. So we are now waiting for level 2 to start. Level 2 to start is down here. Level 2 start. Remember, level 1 is only confirmed as complete when price breaks above the high of level 1. That means you have confirmed level 2 trend. So that's the next level up. So I'm expecting another move to the upside from Ethereum on the basis that the cycle has been respected. You're waiting for your t-shirts in the mail. Have you seen the channel, Barry? Autos, man, what you done? Tino, I have 3 dislikes. I got 2 dislikes. I have 166 people watching and only 91 likes. That's a concern. You know? That's a concern, guys. You know? Let me see what's going on. Who's writing? Here we go. Amir, how you doing? What do I expect? When do you expect Ethereum's going to hit 1800? Look, my friend, the basis of Ethereum hitting 1800, okay, I'm glad you asked that question. You didn't ask me when do I think Ethereum's going to hit 15,000, all right? In line with the cycle that we've got here, when price comes out of the peak formation, I mean, this formation here is it's a textbook formation, guys. Print it off, screen print this, all right? Screen print it, guys. I'm going to hold the screen, right? If you can screen print this, brilliant. Just screen print that. All right. Tell me if you can screen print it. If you're on your PCs, on your phones, screen print that image. Okay. That is a perfect formation. Right. It's a perfect formation. Where are we at? Who's this? Throw up the likes. No way. Below. Jerome, Ethereum versus Bitcoin is getting major volume support at these levels. If Bitcoin doesn't go up 5% during the next hour, Ethereum will start to move fast. Jerome, you know what? I hope you are right here, man. Because I like the way you talk. I like the way you break it down fundamentally. You know, I just love the fundamentals behind it. And it's really weird, isn't it? How I'm talking about market makers completely manipulating price, okay? Taking advantage of retail traders. You're coming to me with fundamental approach, which effectively could be what the market makers know and understand, you know, which is the basis of what they could be using to engage price to move to the upside. Because they're probably thinking that Bitcoin right now, if we get Bitcoin up, here we go. We get Bitcoin up based on your principle, okay? Oh, Ethereum versus Bitcoin. So major volume support at these levels. If Bitcoin doesn't go 5% during the next hour. So you're saying if Ethereum versus Bitcoin, are you talking about the pair? Or are you just talking Ethereum by itself and Bitcoin? You're talking, yeah, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the pair. I know you're talking about that. Okay, so Ethereum versus Bitcoin as a pair is getting major volume support at these levels. So guys, this is what Jerome's talking about. All right? This is what Jerome is talking about. All right? What could be happening here, guys, is a W formation. We could be seeing that. We could see the start of a W formation here. All right, we need price to rise, pull back, continuation to the upside. That's what we're waiting for. All right. Okay. Wasn't it just last week when you had 1K? Hunting Bear, yeah, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man. But Jerome, what you're saying is if Bitcoin if it doesn't come up at least by 5%, then Ethereum will move. If you probably have been in the live, but I've been saying this all week. Okay. Bitcoin moves, Ethereum doesn't. Ethereum moves, Bitcoin doesn't. Okay. And they've been doing that. And it's always when Ethereum has completed a cycle and it holds the zone, Bitcoin moves. All right. And vice versa. When Bitcoin forms a cycle. So if we look at Friday, all right, if we look at this move here to the upside, right, you can see there's a W formation there. All right. Let me just bring up my trusty little friend here. Okay. So Friday, if you look at Friday's stream, all right, we had, we had this. We had this W here, and we were all waiting for price to rise and test because this 50-day test was strong. All right. At the same time, right, Bitcoin wasn't doing anything. All right. It was just stuck in this zone. Now I have to zoom out because of this, right? Bitcoin was, there you go. There's the W there. It wasn't really doing anything. It wasn't even trying to take out its previous high. Look, it was just stuck in this zone. It made a, 3-candle push and it pulled all the way back. Okay. Ethereum had made its move by then, right? When Ethereum stopped its move, that's when Bitcoin started to make tracks and it went on to complete the first cycle. All right. We had the first cycle in Bitcoin, all right, from this peak formation. All right. It rose, it came back, retrace, continuation to the downside. Then you had another W inside of the bigger W. So level 1, break, all right? Look, level 1. Confirmed. Level 1 is confirmed. Why? Because level 2 started down here, okay? And it broke today. So we are in the cycle of level 2 on Bitcoin. So level 2 on Bitcoin, that's what we are, which means we are still expecting another move to the upside from Bitcoin, all right? And we are experiencing it now, okay? So this is level 2 rise, pull back. That means we are now working level 3. So we are expecting a peak formation in this area. Now this peak formation, you don't know when it's going to form, okay? But what could happen is Bitcoin could rise. It could take out some further levels and then pull back, retrace, continuation to the downside, and it will return back to this area here, all right? Price will return to this area here at some point before it then comes back and does another peak formation and continues to the upside again, and then it will come back. The pattern happens all day, every day, guys. All right. You've been in the lives enough to see it happen. All right. So now our job is to try and capture as much of it as we can. All right. So in line with what Ethereum's doing, let's go here, pull back, drop. Right. 1 there. First level coming out of the cycle. First level, up we go. I caught that one. Flying soon. Alejandro, what is the name of the formation? How did you identify it? Alejandro, the formation is just a W formation, right? There are variations to the formation, all right? For example, some guys would see this potentially as an inverted head and shoulders. 1, 2, 3. Inverted head and shoulders formations are, the variations of them are the W's and the M's, okay? They are variations. It's just how you interpret it. Ultimately, we may look at a W or an inverted head and shoulders. We all had the same signal, which was that candle there. Do you see? Do you see why you have to be so open-minded when you're reading the patterns, and don't be so static and think, right, it has to have this criteria, otherwise I'm not going to take the trade. You know? There's variation on the theme. Complete variation on the theme. No worries, the guy with the no name, sorry. Thanks for your content. What do you feel is a good entry for Bitcoin USD, Ethereum USD in the next 24 to 48 hours? Okay, so this is what we're waiting for, my friend. As we are coming out of cycle 1, okay, we now need to wait for level 2 cycle to start on Ethereum. Okay, you're saying Ethereum, Bitcoin USD. Okay, yeah. So realistically, this is the pattern we're waiting for. So we've got the right. Oh God, let me just get rid of that. We've got the rise, waiting for the pullback, which is where we're at right now. The 50-day looks like it's pointing nice. Well, it's pointing nicely, okay, to like, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock range. Take a look at a clock. And if the moving averages are pointing in the direction between 1 and 3, if they're pointing in that direction, you've got upside momentum. If they're pointing 4, 5, and 6 direction, you've got downside. So these are little things that you can pick up, all right? So now we've got the pullback. Now we're waiting for the retrace continuation pattern, which is, as everybody knows, as the tattoo. You can have 2 entries. You can have the entry with alongside the momentum building up, or you can wait to enter here when the momentum has been absorbed and it pushes out of the previous high and goes on to make a few ground, all right? Then it can pull back and then repeat the same pattern over and over again, all right? So I don't necessarily like to say, look, price is going to hit this. I mean, I have got my conviction that Ethereum will... I'm projecting that Ethereum could hit 1900 by the end of this week, and it's a fair estimate, all right? Because it's not too far away. How many points is that? Okay, so that is 18,000. Yeah, 18,709. No, it's 1,879 pips. Okay, 1,879 pips. That is achievable considering that its average daily range is 1,495 pips. So the distance that Ethereum travels on a day-to-day basis is 1,500. The distance from here all the way to 1,900 is that and, 1,847 pips. All right? So we're a 400 pip, 300 pip deficit. That is achievable. All right? If we start saying, this is why when someone says Ethereum to 10K, Ethereum to 3K, well, let's look at things in the grand scheme of things, right? If they say Ethereum to 3K in the next week, okay, Ethereum would need to go, let's go up to 3K. I'm still going. Okay, look. So this is where Ethereum is right now, right? Ethereum would need to make 13,400 pip move, all right? It would need to achieve its ADR. It would need to achieve its ADR times 3 times to hit the 3,000 mark in like week or 2 weeks time. It would have to just continuously be going up, guys. Do you understand that? Because you've got to remember, we're going to have the peak formations. We're going to have price rising. We're going to have it drop. It's going to follow this M pattern. It's going to follow W pattern. It's going to do all sorts. It's going to do this all the way. It could drop and then come back up, rise, drop, rise. The cycle is vicious, all right? You can't just call out, yes, it's going to hit this area because it's just nice to say because no one else is saying it on YouTube as such. We have to be realistic with our approach, There's no fluff on this account, on this channel, man. I'll be straight with you. The nearest price target that is realistic and achievable by Ethereum is the 1900 area. Why? Because it's within its average daily range and it's way within its average daily range times 3. All right, Ethereum Bitcoin by Jerome, exactly. Okay. Too much wishful thinking without facts here. I wouldn't say that, man. I'm not converting for something to get dominance demand. People buy Bitcoin with their alts, but they're also tied to Bitcoin price. So Bitcoin dumps, alts dump. Bitcoin goes hyperbole, then it's alts dumps. Alts to buy Bitcoin. So for Ethereum to pump, Bitcoin needs to do good, but not too good. Yeah. Well, Elon needs to stop buying it. When the M is forming, I'll be converting to Ethereum. Yeah, I pretty much put everything into Ethereum, guys. CME did nearly nothing. It feels like. Oh, this CME will play out. You know, the CME will play out. Next targets for Ethereum conservative 18, medium 1890, and hyperbull 210. There you go. Got cancelled out by the Elon Tesla pump. That's bad, Philip, man. Jarudin. I don't know what that is. We won't got forever. What's the upstairs? Can sleep all the way to the floor. It's like food. Bitcoin 45k now. Yep. Next target's 48, 54, and 60. Probably going to be okay, but if you don't use too much energy, no, okay. Still goes to 60k. I'm just reading out everyone's comments, man, because some people put up some good stuff. Gavin, should Ethereum be changed into Bitcoin now for the next time because Ethereum goes up and up? W forming on Ethereum. You could see, yeah, on the hour time frame, you could say that's a little W forming. Remember, you can have a W on a W, you know? But it won't go up forever. What's the point? Long-term choice for Ethereum, innit? Okay. Long-term is a good choice for Ethereum. That's true, mate. Pumpbot Sniper was good. 10k by the end of this year. See, that's a plausible claim. You can say 10k by the end of this year because you need to divide out the, you know, effectively the range that it can travel at most, you know. No worries, my friend. I don't know what your name is, man. You just got. I don't know how you've got away with not putting a name. You know. Thoughts on Den? I'll get onto looking at other charts in a sec, my man. When is Ethereum CME? It's happened. Ty 2k. No worries, Sun King. Sonal, how you doing, man? Better to be straight through proper analysis, even though I can't understand it or getting smarter, better reading. Yeah, man, that's it. That's why I might seem like I'm repeating myself, but guys, come on. This is how we learn. But Ethereum next year, okay, Bitcoin. MM accounting on people thinking nothing happened today. They've all had the time and patience to wait as retailers out. Sun King, consider taking profits, small profits between 53k, buying more. Right, great, okay. I'm trying to understand leverage a bit. If you have 5 times or 30 times, but you set a stop loss at the same price for both situations, wouldn't you have the same risk but great reward for 30 times? Jerome, could you answer that question? Because I don't really use the leverage on these platforms. The Halving Show, how you doing? Jerome, thanks to you. That's pretty much my strategy. Jerome, are you in the Discord, man? Because a lot of guys could use your help, man. You've got a lot of clarity when it comes to explaining the actual concept behind the pairs of crypto. Mr. Bud, how you doing, bro? Elon will be attacking Ethereum next. Watch this space. He would never attack Ethereum, I don't think. I don't think he would. If he endorses Dodge, you know, Dodge is the altcoin which Ethereum pretty much backs, you know. He wouldn't do that to Ethereum, or would he? You know? Yeah, Jerome's got awesome insights. Jerome, if you don't mind joining the Discord, guys in there could really help. You know, you could provide a lot of content to the guys in that community, man. I mean, the best I can do is just talk about the charts. You've got the context behind understanding what cryptocurrency is, you know? Link for Discord is right here, my friends. There you go. You lose 30 times to change either way. So if you don't want to get wrecked, you should use 3 to 6. When the market is volatile, 3 to 10. There you go. I don't see Ethereum. I don't see Ethereum and Bitcoin as opposed. Community. Let's get that moon. George, how you doing, my friend? Khalid, what's good? I put leverage trade in the market price 1740. Should I sell now or keep it, bro? How long do you plan on holding the trade for, bro? If you're an investor, fine, no problem. All right. If you're a trader, if your trader's not been in profit within 2 hours of placing the trade and you're at a loss, take the loss, reevaluate. The idea is to keep, preservation of the capital, bruv. You need to look after the capital because you won't be in the position to discuss with me again if you should buy or if you should sell because your account may have depleted on you holding an entry. Do you understand? I don't know. Why would Elon attack Ethereum, man? It just wouldn't make sense. He's got better things to do. But you know what, guys? Give him a reason why he wouldn't. Give us a reason why he wouldn't. For crack, he just did what he did with Dogecoin. And then he put Bitcoin in his in the hashtag on his profile, and then he took it out, and then all of a sudden he's gone and brought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. What's next from this guy? You know? What is next? Can you tell if there'll be a drop now on Ethereum? I bought it against 725. Well, look, we've effectively done the drop from my understanding of the cycle. Okay, the cycle is W formation, right? It's risen, right? We've got the rise, we've got the pullback to the 50-day. Till the 50-day is broken, my bias is still to the upside because the 50-day hasn't been broken, okay? So now all we're waiting for, guys, is Ethereum to take out the previous high, the all-time high today, all right? And work on to the next level. That's what we're waiting for. There's nothing else to it. No, we need to just sit tight and wait. Delete that. Put that here, level 1 end. Level 1 end up here. Level 2 start. All right, get rid of this. Need to make it look tidy at least. There's the shift candle. All right. Next price target levels. Guys, you've seen the last videos, yeah? CME potential was there. Okay, so we cleared that nicely. Where are we at? Golden Hue, what's good? What are you saying? What are you saying here? The question we should be asking is, why would he be buying Bitcoin the day Ethereum news about CME comes out? It's like he wanted everyone to not buy Ethereum. Well, what it is, look, Ethereum joining the CME is another opportunity for you to hedge your risk. All right? You can hedge your risks on your portfolios in the futures market. First, it was Bitcoin. All right? Bitcoin had the title for it. All right? But now Ethereum has taken place. Now, he may have an interest in Bitcoin futures rising. So there could be some manipulation there. He could manipulate the market. All right? He is free to go and buy Bitcoin. You know, we won't know what Elon's portfolio is like. We won't know what interests he has. Remember, the CME has listed Ethereum as a means for investors to hedge their bets. All right? Limit exposure. If Elon has betted on Bitcoin and brought this much, all right, is it because he has a future or something in the pipeline where he wants Bitcoin to hit a certain price for him to liquidate a specific position? We don't know. You know, there is so much speculation behind why has Elon brought this at this price right now? You know, surely he would have brought it ages ago. So there's always going to be that element of you're always going to be scratching your head and thinking why, and we will never know. All we've got is the price. You know, we call this the Elon candle. Look at that, Elon candle. That's all I can go by it. Nothing else. We've got a very sharp retrace back to the upside. Take new highs, ATH all day. Right now, Bitcoin is trending. Everyone wants to buy it. Hong Kong's going to wake up. Sydney's woken up. Hong Kong wakes up in an hour, or they're already awake, getting ready to place in orders in the pre-market. All right. Hong Kong's going to do the same. Happy days. Bitcoin should pull back, retrace, continuation from this zone up here as well, because it's effectively already done the retrace. So you've got rise, retrace, continuation to the upside, you know, but it could be short-lived. We could get an M pattern up here. Who knows? You know, who knows what's going to play out? Not going to bullshit anyone and say to them, like, you know, look, we're going to the moon. Nah, man. Meaning of attacking Ethereum, buying into Ethereum. Okay, they always advise to put 5-10% up here. Yeah, but what's his percentage? What's if is 5-10% of his capital? You know, what is it? Is it 100 billion? Not 100 billion, sorry. Is worth what? Nearly 200 billion? He's put 1.5 billion in. You know, he's not even at 10%. The news for the CME now is done. Now we're going to see the cycle. You know, now the money's going to start coming in. The news for CME is over now. No worries, George, man. You know, Jerome Washington, he can provide good insight as well, man. Really good. Big brain, yeah. Vitalik, man. What a name. Vitalika. Waste gas, yeah. There's that as well. Yeah. Look, Ethereum can fall, guys. Remember, anything can happen. Just because we're sat here and our analysis, for the past week, we've been calling out things and they've been playing out perfectly, even when price has been tanking, it's been retracing, we've been following the cycle. We've always maintained the cycle, all right? And we've been loyal to the cycle because it's the cycle, then the pattern before anything else, all right? I'm only going to take trades on the cycle and the pattern before I take trades on the pullback to the 50-day. Is the pullback, that's why I say to you, it's so important to trade away from the peak formation. Don't trade into it. If the W formation has formed, what are you looking for? When you're trading away from the formation in line to the bias of where it's at, W formation happens at lows. We're looking at buying, going long. So all my entries are going to be long because the formation here is where the market makers start to release and move money from their previous positions that they built in earlier cycles. So every time price rises and then it pulls back, they need to continue with the trend up. We're going to know when this move to the upside is over, so when the market makers decide to change the cycle again and build shorts at higher prices, and you get it, it's the cycle. That's where it's so important you understand it. What are you going to talk about that? Dude, man, gives you brain cancer. Fucking hell. The plan was to sponsor all sides of the conflict. Therefore, those who are decisive in this world will play with all fields at the time. This is it. No worries, bro. No worries, bro. No worries, man. Tino, a point to note out is that Tesla is a public company. He has to declare how much he brought. SpaceX is not. He doesn't have to declare how much he's brought. Oh, of course, Kamarian, man. Straight up. I've been saying it all week. He's saying to me that Elon hasn't brought Bitcoin. I said it I said it again, like Warren Buffett doesn't have any Bitcoin. It's hard to believe that the powers that be, the guys who pretty much run the financial world in the UK, everywhere, all right? They don't have Bitcoin. You're saying that no one knew, or these institutions have come by surprise that they've started to buy Bitcoin and invest in cryptocurrency. Mad. I don't believe it, guys. So just now, Grayscale has been planting all this money into Ethereum. We're talking wild investments here, guys. You think it was done on a whim? They must have had meetings after meetings, and this, the Sailor meeting was for people just to, to solidify people's conviction about cryptocurrency. Oh, he's having a meeting with, big institutions. Man, the meeting was nothing. I think that was, a social media stunt, If he's talking about that to these big investors, yeah, I'm going to get myself involved and buy Bitcoin, buy Ethereum. Well, guys, as traders, we don't care what happens. Ultimately, we need to play the trade. We need to play what price is doing. If they're having meetings and trying to induce institutions in the game, happy days. All right, we're going to look at the charts and see what cycle we're in. And if we're in positive, done. If it's a good cycle, then we're good. Well, he earned 15 billion on the 1.5 billion he invested. Wow, that's crazy, right? If you think of it, this man, let's just put 1.5 billion in. I'm here, happy $200 profit. Look, he's 10x'd his portfolio. He's multiplied his investment by 10. All right. If you did exactly the same, you'd both be in the same boat in context. All right. He's got 15 billion. You've obviously got £200, but you both 10x your investments. So at the end of the day, any difference is stake, or the value. He's got billions and you have $200. Ultimately, you effectively took the same trade. So don't worry about the money. I mean, it's a bit hard to not worry the fact that the guy has just returned 15 billion on his investment, but yeah. Yeah, I agree, Jerome. And in line with what Jerome's saying, that dump could be when the cycle completes, when you see the M formation. They can't just dump these pairs, all right? They can't just dump them. They have to build up the price to it, you know? In order for them to dump, they have to create the impression that price is going to keep going higher. Why? Because they need the liquidity to close off their positions. George, yeah, I've got a Twitter, just Traders Reality, and Instagram's Traders Reality as well, my friend. YD, here we go. Do you think Elon owns our baby? Eddie. You know, I hope he does, man. He should do. Ethereum goes down now to 69. He's effectively M pattern on the 15. Let's look at the M pattern on the 15. Let's see what you're saying. It would be like a Batman's head. Half a Batman. All right, look. Yeah, you see that? Half of a Batman's head, where it will just trickle down nicely. Retest the 200-day, continue to the upside. Or alternatively, you could see it as... There are two ways you can see this. We may have a Batman, we may have an M formation here, all right? But right now, it's painting a head and shoulders, which is variation on the theme. Rise, retrace, continuation, retrace to the high, pin the high, pull back, you know? But we won't know until that pattern plays out. Remember, we can draw M's, we can draw W's, but the success of them is going to be reflected on the nature of the cycle itself. The cycle needs to play out, all right? They need to play out the cycle. Okay, pull that there. Yellow is effectively level 1 end. We need price to break that area. Okay, then what we got here? Thank you, Joe. No worries, Chris. That's to me. This is true. Greg, this is what it does. It doesn't remove emotions, okay? What it does is it makes you pay attention to what's going on. You haven't got time to think about emotions. Emotions will always be there, you know? Yes, O-Dopes. O-Dopes, he is the most open of the elites, man. He is. %80 of the future worldwide car sales. This guy is just different, man. Thank you, Lucifer. Could you imagine, Lloyd? Could you imagine that that happens? We love it. Looking to take a highly leveraged long position. 4-hour charts make it look like the 16 is safe to buy in. Where would you place your next long? My next long would only happen, okay, as a holder of Ethereum, my next long would only happen a small entry, okay? So I would scale my entry. If I wanted to buy a full 1 Ethereum, I would scale it on these cycles. So for example, in level 1 cycle now, we're waiting for level 2 to form. Once this breaks, as such, once the pattern of rise, retrace, continuation happens, my entry would happen here. I would make my entry there because the 50-day would effectively have been confirmed and they would have shifted the zone to move out to take the next high. So I would have made my entry there. That would be 25% there, okay? Confirmation again, I would probably enter there another 25%. Wait for price to move up. Now, whilst price has moved up, I would expect it to pull back. Then I would wait again, drop, retrace, continuation. I would enter another 25% there and then another 25% there, okay? And hold that. And then I would wait. I'd anticipate that another move would happen and it would come and form the peak formation. All right. I may even look to put in another 2 Ethereum. So I would wait for price to rise. I would enter there as such. It will drop. Enter there. It will drop. And then it will do a peak formation. And I would see a return right there and right there. As long as the cycle plays out. Do you understand? As long as the cycle plays out, we're okay. But that's speculation, man. The way that's how I would effectively enter my trades as such. That's how I would enter it. If that helps. Share a screenshot on Discord on how to read them properly. Wicked. Emmy, that is awesome, bro. I'll check that out in a sec. Bitcoin people buying Bitcoin with Ether now. Watch out, guys. There you go. We could see it, guys. We could see level 2 forming, guys. We could see level 2 forming. You know, we could see level 2. I wish these pivot points would move, man. There we go. Ethereum, you beautiful person. What is she doing? Okay, here we go. So what we got here. So we break down the 15-minute time frame, guys. This is for short-term traders as well. Looks like we've got a W formation here. 50-day moving averages confirmed as test. They're pinning the lows. Pin. They're working the lows. They're taking the liquidity from the guys who thought we were at a high. This red candle here will be completed. Okay, which means that price will see that area. All right, so I'm going to draw it here. Price is going to see that area because that's the area where they previously built longs. Okay, sorry, they previously built longs in anticipation to close them higher at a later stage. And we're working that area now. The range weekly high should be hit. Okay, the range weekly high should be hit. We already made an all-time high today. We took out the previous one, which was here. So that was yesterday's all-time high. This was the previous days. So it's not yesterday, the day before. Okay. So we should see this red area here get recovered. All right. So that's our near-term projection profit. Do you understand, guys? It's not about holding a trade for the hit for the home runs unless you are investing. Okay. If you are investing, it's a different story. All right. Okay. So this effectively would be the shift candle from this pattern here. Okay. It's the shift candle. So once it breaks, it should cover in this area here. It will retrace. The 50 days should be aligned with it. Continuation to the upside. So it's either going to hit the range weekly high now, okay, or it will rise, retrace, continuation to hit it and potentially break out. Hong Kong comes in, probably retrace and do its business there, okay. But ultimately, what I'm waiting for is the W formation has been locked. I'm very confident that this is locked in now. Whatever happens, it doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter if it comes to here, okay. You know, it's still within the peak formation. It can even come here. It can even come here. It can even come here. All right, it can even drop to the 1540. It will still be in line with the peak formation, okay? But it doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime soon, all right? So what we're doing is we're waiting for Ethereum now to effectively take out this previous high so it can start the second cycle, all right? So it can start the second cycle. There we go. That's what we're waiting for, guys. If you're going to watch the two Dutch guys take 200, 300 this afternoon. You're still good, but watch out. Big like saving Ethereum Bitcoin. I would like the option to tip with Dogecoin. YouTube needs to get on that. Wow, I'd have to give you a Dogecoin address, but I don't have a Dogecoin address. Too scared to buy the thing. Just in case it just goes against me. Obviously, it won't go against me because I'm in favor for it, but, you know, it's just mad. No worries, man. Hong Kong is on its way to wake up. Yep, 7:20. To be honest with you guys, Hong Kong woke up ages ago, you know. I won't be surprised if there were guys actually sat watching this still, you know. Kenta Conta, how you doing? So I'm thinking about placing some more Ethereum in now. Should I wait 1 to 2 hours, see if we dip down from the head and shoulder? Any opinion? My friend, I can't give you financial advice, but I can only give you analysis. Okay, and there's a guy in here called Jerome as well who could give you a good insight into it as well, but I'm talking technically on this chart here. Okay, we are coming out of a W formation here. We are expecting price to break the previous high and continue to the upside. Okay, we're expecting this pattern to play out, so rise, retrace, continuation to the upside. We need to wait for confirmation, which is it has to come up, which is what it's doing now. Bear with me. Let me just retrace all of that. 234 of you in the room, guys. Thank you so much for coming into the live. You know, thank you so much. Okay. So ideally, this is the pattern that is playing out. Rise. My God. Right. We've got rise. Retrace is being confirmed as we speak. Now we're waiting for price to rise above that. Okay. We want it to take out the previous high. This could be an entry, okay? And then this could be an entry as well, all right? It will break. We anticipate that it will break, continue up, it will pull back and repeat this pattern, which we all call the tattoo, until it forms a peak formation where they want to change the direction, drop a little bit and continue to the upside maybe, okay? So that's what we're waiting for. And this is all coming out of W formation, shift candle, level 1, retrace, level 2 start, rise to the upside. I'm expecting 2 more cycles from this move, guys. 250 you in the room, that is wild. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for passing through, guys. You know, so that's what we're expecting. And we can expect it. When you make a projection, that's what you can do. If I turn around to you and say to you, right, it's going to go to 2,500 in the next 12 hours, you're going to look back and see 2,500 and it's not been hit. You're going to think this guy's a waste. You know, what's he calling out wild things for? You know, we look at things from the market maker's perspective. That's what we're doing. Where would you put your stop loss? Greg Roberts, one of the main skills of trading. Greg Roberts, yeah. Hong Kong back at it again, solid. Bitcoin done a new high. Let's see what Bitcoin's doing. There you go. I said earlier at the start of the stream, we should see 45 and 46. Nothing wrong in that projection. It hit it. You know, we make realistic attempts at, you know, seeing certain levels with price in line with the cycle. So this is level 2. All right. We're confirmed level 2. Now we're working level 3. Rise to the upside. This is where we start seeing the peak formation because we're going to need to see a return back to the 250-day moving average for it to reset, for an opportunity for people to get in again, which they say buy the dip, which is it's a farce, but it's the market maker's way of getting in themselves. It's the market maker's way of creating that option of buying the dip. They are the ones that are going to buy lower with the intention to close higher at a later point. In the meantime, we're just going to ride it out here. Ethereum working the previous red candle here. Price will always look to receive, you know, return back to this area because when a big sell-off happens here, if support is found at a key area, okay, 9 times out of 10, price is going to return back into this area because it's where the market makers started to close off their shorts, close off their longs, take a profit and build more longs at a lower price. They start bringing price down, getting more longs at lower prices. Traders think that we're going short, okay? They rise price again, take out the stops from the traders who thought that they were going short in here, and here, squash out the traders who thought we were going short, give them the hope that it could actually go down this time, so they reopen again, and now they're shifting the zone out. Believe it or not, what pattern is that, guys? Tattoo formation, done. It happens over and over and over again. And that's exactly what we're waiting for right now. We are waiting for price to do that. Looks like it's going to fulfill that. If anyone's new to this live, yeah, make sure you join the Discord because we've got guys that are putting up context in there, man. You know, talking about cryptocurrency that, you know, I didn't even know myself. You know, really valuable information coming up. There's a Discord link for you. It's pinned to the top of the chat as well. Shanu 45, nice to have you. Anyone that's new in here, you know, welcome to the channel, man. Right now we're seeing Bitcoin and Ethereum moving. All right, let me just bring up Bitcoin here. Bitcoin is moving, Ethereum is moving. We just need to pay attention to what they're doing. You've got a nice W formation here. Nice W formation right here. Rise. Got a nice pattern here. Well, the main pattern. Okay. We're waiting for Ethereum to break this level here. We need Ethereum to break the all-time high to confirm level 2 start, which is the next cycle. The next the next target area that I want Ethereum to be seeing. I want it to hit the ADR high, okay, which is the 1840 and the 1900. That's the next area for me. You know, if you watch today's live and if you watch last night's live and today's live in the morning, you will see how we discuss this whole move here. For anybody that's new in the stream. Guys, I'm telling you, it's exciting times. Look at Bitcoin, man. Look what it's doing. Unbelievable. Daily, right, it will hit the range daily high. This is the next area, guys. The next area for Bitcoin is the range daily high. With this momentum, it's wild. It will hit the range daily high. That's probably the only time where I'll make a claim. $47,558 per coin. Wow. Mr. Tax season. 47 incoming aid is releasing their mainnet in 19 days. They partnered with Africa. It's a fantastic project with a visionary. Originally into pay pip. The bill will be great for a long time. Wicked. Yeah, we should smash 49. There's no reason why we can't take out the monthly resistance to daily resistance, but right now we're at the range daily high. I expect price to pull away from that point here. Now, if you notice, guys, look, Ethereum's moving, Bitcoin's moving as well. You know, we've been getting this sort of behavior all week. Sometimes Bitcoin moves, Ethereum holds. All right? Ethereum holds, Bitcoin moves. And then vice versa, sorry. Wicked. 150 of you have liked the video. Thank you so much. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. You think Ethereum is going to outperform Bitcoin? It's looking a bit grim. I wouldn't care if Bitcoin... I'm not interested if Bitcoin can outperform... Sorry, Ethereum can outperform Bitcoin. If Bitcoin rises 10% and then Ethereum rises 10%, happy days. We're both winning. You know, make a hope. How you doing? So we're just going to wait and see what they're doing. I'm believing. So Tokyo opens in half an hour. Tokyo opens in half an hour. It looks like Sydney's the reason why this is happening. This market is scarier than my dad's belt. Sweden joining in. Like and subscribe. Wicked Christian. Thank you very much for joining. JPEG, how you doing? That's a cool name. Where's Ethereum going right now in your opinion? So, in my opinion, I project that Ethereum, once it completes the cycle, now I know most of you guys have heard this, but this is for anybody new that's coming into the stream, okay? We're following the peak formation. Price is moving away from it. We come out of level 1. So level 1 has been achieved, my friend, okay? So now we're waiting for this pattern to play out. Retrace continuation. I'm expecting 2 more cycles from Ethereum. Okay, this is the first cycle from the bottom of this candle here all the way to the top here. Now I'm waiting for this candle or this formation here to play out. So it needs to take out this previous high. Okay, and when it does do that, it will complete this pattern here. So I will redraw this pattern for you so you can see. All right, so W formation. Okay, we then have rise, retrace, continuation. The retrace is always at the 50-day moving average. All right, it's the first moving day, first average that effectively with authority that you can look to effectively add into your position and work out where price is going to go. All right, there's 2 entries you can take. You can take the entry here or you can take the entry here. Okay, it's not financial advice. It's just my view, my projection. We could see the 1900 from now up until the next 2-3 days. And it's only 1800 pips away. And its average daily range, that the way Ethereum moves in price, the cycles of price that it does, okay, it makes 1500 pips every time. All right, so my projection to the 1900 is plausible. It's in line with its ADR, okay, and the way it's behaving, it looks like it can continue to the upside from there. So I hope that helps, dude. Stop saying Sydney in the chat. YD for me, since my name is YD. You saying Sydney? Tina, could you quickly analyze GRT for me? I'm looking to buy some for a hold, but just want an idea where it's going to possibly go in the next hour. So, okay, give me a sec. Brian, hey, do you think ADA is going to break resistance level at 0.655 or drop lower scale? All right, so I've got ADA and GRT. I'm going to look at those in a split second. Okay, the mother has entered. ADA is strong. Don't let it blow. Many will turn to Ether and ADA after this bit blow. Okay, big baboon. Okay. We could go down before we go up. Lloyd, before we go down, we need to, in order for us to go down, okay, we need to see a break of the 50-day. For me to convict, yeah, we could be going down. You know, it needs to break below the 50-day. Green candle there, that is consistent with a candle shift. So we should see Ethereum moving closer to the upside to continue to take out the high. Okay. Luigi, this is exactly what it is. You know, and I can't change that. I can't change these guys' behavior. They keep doing it over and over and over again. And the more I keep going over it with you guys, you know, the more it's going to be easy for you guys to take trades in confidence, knowing that you're in a cycle, you know what level you're going to be at, you know. Literally moon 200% of the posting it. This should be illegal, shouldn't it? So hold on, YouTube posted a video of a low cap coin, literally moon 200% after posting it. This should be illegal, shouldn't it? Well, where's the regulation in cryptocurrency? There isn't really, you know, they're not assets as such. If you were to do that in the Ethereum exchange, sorry, in the CME, there'd be a problem. You know? Indiana Prepper, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. Yeah, it hit 46. It's going to hit the range daily high here, 47.55. That's the next target point. That's what I'm looking for. Good time to buy now, or should I wait? Jack Royd, buy which one, my friend? Are you looking to buy Ethereum or Bitcoin? I wouldn't buy Bitcoin just yet. At least you got a better chance with Ethereum because it's coming out from a retest of the 50-day. Has a formation here, W formation. You know, you can effectively trade this point here where it drops, retrace, continuation. You can either enter at the high here or you can enter here on the break towards it. It's completely up to you. Okay. Maybe let me look at these comments. You disliked. Oh my God, what is she doing? Okay, now what are my thoughts on SFP? All right, guys. So the first one I'm going to quickly pull up. We're going to pull away from these charts for a second because people want to see other coins, right? GRT, quick time. GRT, not in the futures crypto. What we got? GRT, USD. Here we go, Kraken. So no, I'm not going to use Kraken. GRT elsewhere. Give me GRT Binance. Okay, here we go. We've got a smoother channel here. Okay, so GRT is showing me we have got effectively. Right, let me bring up the line chart. The line chart puts things into perspective, guys. Okay, line chart. You can see we've got effectively, we do have sort of an M pattern here, guys. You know, we've got a rise, drop, retrace, continuation to the down. Okay, the previous high there didn't take out the previous high there. Okay, and as I said before, variation on the theme. You've got 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you could have a head and shoulders pattern. So what will happen is price is going to drop, bounce off the 200-day. It could actually bounce off the 200-day and form a W pattern and then continue to the upside. It depends on how strong this move is. Okay, that's what we're waiting for. If that helps, Kukamaran, let me know, bro. So we're waiting to see if the 200-day is actually going to show support. Next candle, next pair. Who else has Dent? Dent. Okay, let's have a look at Dent. Oh, wow. Dent, what has Dent been doing? Let's look at the 1 hour time frame to determine where we're at in the cycle. Let's look at some candles. Wow, what is Dent doing? I mean, to look at Dent, my friend, it's so, I mean, look, it's difficult. I mean, I can draw patterns and determine where we're at, but because you can see what it's doing, it's just taking highs and coming back, taking highs, coming back, taking highs, coming back. Ideally, if this is a pattern, okay, if this area here is a pattern as such, okay, then we've come out the first cycle. We'll wait for it to continue, retrace to the upside. But, you know, it's a low cap stock, if I'm correct, low cap crypto. And, you know, it's look at its moves, man. You know, so many wicks all over the place. You know, if in honesty, I mean, I don't know what your interest is in with Dent. You may have a vested interest in it, but you know, try and stick to larger cap cryptos because you can see clearly what the candles. You can see effectively a cycle. You know. All right, Mana Stoner reacts. How you doing, bro? All right, let's have a look here. Mana USD Kraken. Mana. Oh, okay. Mana looks like it's doing something nice. Let's have a look. Line chart. Get this in your heads, guys. Get used to doing this. M pattern. Okay, M pattern on the 1 hour time frame. We jump down to the 15-minute time frame. Whoops. Jump to the 15-minute time frame. What can we see? Perfect. All right, we've got the M pattern here. We got rise, drop, drop. Okay. First aggressive move to the downside. Right now, we are effectively waiting for a level to be confirmed or a continuation to the upside. Stoner reacts. That's what we're waiting for. Price is sat on the sidelines here. We should expect it to go down, but it depends if it does form a W formation here with the intention to go up to the upside, because the W formation appears when they want to give the retail traders the impression, okay, that price is going to go down, retrace, and it's going to continue to the downside. When they make those guys believe that, that's when they will switch and shift the zone out and look to continue to the upside. All right, so I hope that helps, Stoner. Next one, guys. Talk about Dent is legit. Okay. People are selling Ethereum for Bitcoin like crazy, but buyers are coming in. Very good volume support for Ethereum at these levels. Ether is looking juicy, or at least as good as Bitcoin now. Yeah, the reason people are selling Ethereum, in order for them to sell, someone needs to buy off them. That's why the Ethereum is doing well, because market makers are stepping in and buying all those orders off them. You know, they're buying all those orders off them. That's why Ethereum's going up. So you need to ask yourself and say, hold on a sec. If everyone is selling Ethereum, why isn't Ethereum dropping? You know, because market makers are holding the zone. You know, they're fulfilling the cycle. There you go, guys. The red candlestick has recovered, okay, including the spread. We look to hit the range weekly high. Ideally, I want to see it break the range weekly high, retrace, continuation to the upside, okay? We are confirmed with the 50-day moving average that price will continue to the upside. This is my projection, no financial advice. Range daily high on the Bitcoin chart will be fulfilled. That's my conviction there of Bitcoin. You can see the range daily high there, all right? But we're waiting to see Ethereum break out of this previous cycle here to continue with level 2. I'm expecting 2 more cycles from Ethereum. That's what I'm expecting. 2 more cycles to the upside purely on the basis of this formation right here, guys. Michael White, SFP. Let's have a look at SFP. Right, SFP. SFP, US dollar, SFP. Oh, is this a new coin? Oh, it looks like it. Can't really do much with this coin, my friend. If it's just been listed, unless I'm not looking at the right one, but let's have a look at Algo. People are saying about Algo. Let's have a look at Algo, Kraken. Ah, nice. Okay, then cool. Let's have a look at Algo. Here we go. 1 hour time frame. Oof. All right, guys, we are effectively forming the first leg of the M pattern. The first leg of the M pattern right here. All right, let me get the candlestick. Oh, nice. First leg. First leg rise, drop, rise, drop. That's what we're waiting for. So what I'm waiting for price to do is to come back, okay? If it comes back and the 50-day manages to meet in this direction here, it will look to retest the high, okay? And that retest of the high will be here, okay? But it should not overtake this previous high. So it will come in this direction here, and then it will come back down, forming the second leg. And the second leg should be aggressive. It will pull back down, test the 50-day, or it will test the 200-day, as it will be in this direction here. Test the 200-day, potentially form a W formation, and back to the upside. So that's what we're looking for with Algo USD. Okay, Ethereum's doing exactly what we need it to do, guys. Exactly the same. I don't know how much money the developers are getting and making it better. That's true, you know. XLM, Dane, of course. I hold XLM. Here we go. I'm going through your comments, guys. Bear with me. Okay. Ah, XLM. Well done. Okay, XLM on the 1 hour time frame is showing me a W formation right here. Okay. Show me W formation. Made the high. All right. Show me W formation. So there's 2 things you can consider here. Okay. We can't see this as an M pattern. Why? Because it made the high, it pulled back, continued to the upside, and it took out the previous high. Okay. So that's not, for me, that's not an M pattern. It's gone completely away from it. Okay. Some guys would trade it or not. It could be a variation, a head and shoulders pattern. But the only way we're going to verify is a head and shoulders pattern if price continues to go down. Okay. If it doesn't go down and it continues to go back up and retake this area here, we've effectively sealed the W formation. All right. So in order for us to break that pattern there, we need effectively candlesticks to rise up here and shift out of the zone and look to take further highs. So I hope that helps. Next, let's have a look. Switch to Ethereum, bro. Okay, cool. Ethereum doing exactly what we need it to do. Let's have a look here. No, this is true. Trying to get some Ethereum around 1600 tonight, possibly. Around 1600. My friend, if you're going to get Ethereum tonight, this is not financial advice. This is just me speculating, but we are in line with the peak formation. Okay? We're coming out the first level. We need price to break this dotted line here, which it has. But what we need it to do is to recover this previous area here. When it's done that, it would have effectively completed this cycle. Okay? Which we guys call the tattoo. So as it's coming out, well, let me redraw that so it's clearer for you to see. All right, but you can see price needs to hit up here, which it has done. It's pulling back, which it has done. Now we're looking to see the continuation to the upside. It needs to recover here, okay, for us to confirm that we're working level 2. And then we are, as I said earlier, we are expecting 2 more cycles to the upside from Ethereum. Carlos, how you doing? No worries, Dane. That's cool. Rolly, let's have a look. 279 of you in the live, man. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. If you guys are new and you enjoy the company here, please join the Discord. You know, got loads of guys in there talking serious crypto business, man. It's unbelievable. The wealth of knowledge in there is unbelievable. Happy days. Sonal, how you doing? It's good that I'm instinctively drawing the same lines as you. It feels good. Remember, Sonal, when you're drawing the lines, okay, you need to understand the context behind the lines. Pay attention to what is price doing on the first leg. Are we seeing a pump to the low, 3 pumps to the low? Price spikes to the 200-day. Convinces the retail traders that price is going to, now that it's broken the 200-day, we're going to continue short to the downside. But then market makers switch price back up, okay? Then they take them off their guard. They start riding price all the way back up here, taking out the stops from the guys who went short, using their liquidity. Come back, retrace to make them believe that, okay, we're going to go short now because it's rejected the 50-day. And then look, they shift out of the zone. Take those guys by storm. Those guys probably don't put any stops, all right? Because they think it's already, it's completely pulled away from the 50-day moving average. It's rejected it with these pin bars that they always say, all right? Rejection. It's not rejection. They're just sucking up all your orders, guys. Pull back, continuation to the upside. It's exactly what we're waiting for here. Wesley, just thanks, man. You saved me money yesterday. Did I? Thank you so much, bro. Who said I'm a DJ? Yeah, I do spit pretty fast. Holy cow. Hello all. After all this pump on Bitcoin and Ethereum, do we expect good consolidation in a few days? I don't see no consolidation, man. I just see us moving, man. We're moving now. We're coming out of cycles. We could see a few bit of consolidations. Don't get me wrong. It's the nature of the business. It's how they have to consolidate to encourage more cycles to the upside and to the downside. In from 1568 last night on your patterns. Great call. Frank White, you stepped in at 1568. So you watched the live. 1568, guys. Frank White stepped in on the live that we did last night. He stepped in at, I said to him he should not ever trade on a Sunday. You shouldn't trade weekends. But Frank did the opposite. He broke the rules. He understood that if he broke the rules, he was going to get paid. Well done, Frank, man. So that was Frank's entry, guys, from last night's live when we were talking about the formation last night and what we were expecting. Okay. The only reason we had the green flag was because the price here respected the 200-day. Now, it's the first time Ethereum has come back to the 200-day in a while on the 1 hour time frame. Remember, the 200-day on the 1 hour time frame is the 50-day on the 4 hour time frame. All right. So that's a big move. All right. Big support in that area. Frank got himself in, and Frank is pretty much rode all the way up here. So Frank at its highest had earned himself 2,145 pips. Okay. 2,100, yeah, 145 pips. All right. If he was using an IC Markets account, okay, at £1 per point, he would have made himself 2.5 grand. Yeah, at £10 per point, he would have made himself about 10, 20 racks. But that's just another story, guys. You were with Frank as well, son. High risk, high profit. Not financial advice. Thank you very much again, Wesley, man. That was a great shout. Thank you so much, bro. Why is Ethereum not growing like Bitcoin? Ethereum will grow like Bitcoin. You know, it will get to that. Remember, Bitcoin is a fashionable coin. People are getting it on excitement. That's my understanding of Bitcoin. You know, but you also got to understand Bitcoin, Ethereum now have been placed in the futures markets. They are now assets that you can hedge risk. That for me is so much value in the near future. You know, so much. Should I get my Bitcoin gains over to ADA? If you've got gains in Bitcoin, realize a profit, man. No worries, big Babu. Big Babu, man. These names, YouTube names, man, make it difficult for me. 286 of you in the room. Thank you so much for passing through, man. No, I don't own Bitcoin. Pure Ethereum. Pure Ether. I've made that decision. Zcash. Chris Dixon. Nice to have you in. Okay. Zcash. I ain't done Zcash. Zcash, here we go. Oh, nice. Zcash looks nice. Oh, wow. Okay. Zcash. Ah, nice. Nice pricing as well. Okay, Zcash on the bigger time frame could be formulating a massive W, guys. Look at that. A massive W. You know? That looks like a really controlled W. Notice at the 200-day, the pins to the low and that big spike down there. All right? And they reverse price back up. Ideally, what we want to see from Zcash, you want Zcash to ideally continue going up to the upside. It will keep going up. It will pull back. And the retrace back up to the upside will come with a shift candle and move price quite aggressively. And it's going to take out all this level here. Okay. Once it takes out this level here, all right, we expect it to make some ground. When it makes the ground that it needs to, it will retrace continuation. It will do that effectively 3 times, twice to the upside. And then the final attempt, it will make a high form of formation. And then it would look to consolidate, retrace continuation, and then it could start another cycle to the upside by formulating an M or a W, sorry. So yeah, that's great on the Zcash one. Here's Ethereum again. She's doing it. Tino, one of these crypto YouTube guys stated yesterday that the CME futures was a nothing burger. A nothing burger? A nothing burger. Well, the reason he probably said that is because you can't hype it up, because the reason the CME is so important for Ethereum as an asset is because big institutions now can hedge their risk. Do you understand what that does to Ethereum's principle? It's hard enough. Look, this is why, you know, I only own Ethereum, because it's utility. So it's create effectively the blockchain. It is the basis of the blockchain. So that's one great thing. It resolves and solves many other things. You've also got Ethereum 2 coming out, okay? You've now can invest in Ethereum to protect your assets. So what more can this thing do? You know? Is there anything else that Ethereum can't do? You know? Obviously, it can't do certain things, but I'm just saying in the grand scheme of things, guys, you know? It is so powerful what Ethereum is doing. And the listing on the CME was huge. You know, look at institutional funds. They only had Bitcoin to contend with. They could only hedge their risk with Bitcoin. Now Ethereum's taken precedence. You know, that only means one other thing. The next coin that comes into play that shows strength, all right, and good market cap, there's going to be room for that. Now the CME is accepting cryptocurrency as an asset class. People are going to start pumping into coins. Institutions are going to put money into coins that they think should be listed on the CME, all right? And there you go. What more can I say about that? We are going through a financial evolution, guys. So much is moving and changing. It's unbelievable. You know? Nah, I don't really like using trailing stops at all. For me, it's I know where I can lose my money and I know where I want to get out. That's my stop loss. I have an absolute stop loss. I mean, I'm holding Ethereum, so I don't really have a stop loss. Okay? I'm holding Ethereum. Now, when I'm trading, if I trade on the Forex exchange market, it's a different story. You know, I'm trading a pattern. So if the pattern plays out, I don't really need to worry about a stop because the pattern plays out, but anything can happen in the market. So I always have to protect myself, which is why my entries, I'm in and I'm out. You know, 50-day moving average from the entry point is 50 pips away sometimes, you know, so I can take 50 pips, assuming that everything is fine. The one time I got burnt out was when Trump decided to open his mouth and say that the deal with China looks like it's going well. And I was riding a cycle to the downside and I was scaling in and going short, taking my shorts. And all of a sudden, Trump decides to pop up. Price literally flip-sided against me. My exchange stopped because they had an influx of orders, but I could see my price just going up, and my balance just literally depleting. It was just a shock of my life. So it was unbelievable. So yeah, Trump, yeah, man. So, you know, why don't you sell high and buy the low with your Ethereum? Why don't I sell high and buy the low Ethereum? Don't need to do that right now, man. You know, we've been working this area for a little bit. I'll add Ethereum as it makes critical points. To me, a critical point of Ethereum is 2K. That's a critical point for me. You know, what does Tesla news mean for Ethereum? Matt, it only means that they own Bitcoin now. Okay, so naturally, when they're in Bitcoin, people are going to be excited that everyone, you know, big companies coming and brought Bitcoin. You know, who's to say that they're not going to buy any Ethereum? Who knows? Does Forex get affected by crypto in the short or long term? Nah. The crypto market is nowhere near as big as the Forex market. When it starts to show a higher cap than the Forex market, it's just another asset class for guys to protect themselves. But that's why the CME futures have come in. All right, because you can now hedge yourself on the Forex market. So you can go into the gold, you know, buy dollar yen, the futures as such, you know, or you can now go into crypto. So it's now another place for people to protect themselves. How can the exchange be so busy? It stops you from stopping your trade. That's like almost a scam. Surely the market would reimburse you. Nah, no chance. It was an uncalled event, you know. Everyone across the board got taken by surprise because there was an influx of money coming in. Everyone got taken across the board. You couldn't do anything about it. Brother, I want to buy a whole Bitcoin, but should I wait or hurry and buy now? Please tell me. Listen, Khaled, are you a trader or are you looking to just buy a Bitcoin to hold? That's really important. 300 of you in the room, guys. That is unbelievable, man. 197 of you have liked the stream as well. Thank you so much. If you could push that up a bit more, that would be great. I have one Ethereum, $950 in a bit. I think I'm going full bit. No worries, Carlos, man. Thank you so much. I mean, I would have at least waited for this all-time high to steam off a bit. Look, we need this all-time high in Ethereum to completely be taken out because it's the start of the second cycle. It has to take it out because it needs to respect this cycle. And you know what's crazy, guys? Tokyo opens in 5 minutes. Hong Kong opens in an hour, okay? And look what moves are being made right now. You know, this is scary. What's going on, AMG? Bitcoin could go up 10% next hour. I'm holding down Jerome. I'm doing the same thing. You know, next, RDH, the range daily high for Bitcoin. Jerome's calling it. I'm calling it. Range daily high. That's what we're looking for. Range daily high right here, guys. Right there. You'll see it. Range daily high. Let me just get rid of this. There you go. Range daily high for Bitcoin is right here. And I'm going to get a price target. And I'm going to label that so that we can keep an eye on it. That's right there, 47,603. Vishnu, thank you very much, my friend. Okay, here we go. Let's look at what Vishnu wants. He wants to have a look at ADA. To be fair, I'm surprised I didn't do it. Okay. Interesting. Okay. On the 1 hour time frame, ADA looks like it's doing some really good news here. Okay, so we can proclaim that rise to the high, pullback, rise. Okay, so if this is the true M formation here, okay, ADA needs to retrace back down, okay, and break the 50-day. Once it pulls back, it should retrace to try and take out the high again, which effectively could be the third part of the shoulder. So you got the left shoulder, the right shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder should form here if this is a true pattern. Okay, so we're going to have a drop, rise. The next rise shouldn't overcome the previous high here, and then you should see price drop. The only way you're going to know there's a conviction of price moving is if you see an aggressive candle coming out of the zone. That's the market makers shifting the candles. It's going to drop, it will retrace, drop, potentially form the 200-day at this point here, which will then potentially look to form a W formation to the upside. You'll notice, guys, that regardless of whatever pair you tell me to put up, as long as if it's an altcoin, okay, 9 times out of 10, it's going to copy what Ethereum's doing, okay? It's going to copy what Ethereum's doing. As stated in the live, guys, look here. The red candle has been preceded, all right? This is where the market makers stepped in, closed a few longs, and now opened some more longs at lower prices, okay, to bring it back down, get more liquidity, getting more longs at lower prices, induce the retail traders to think that it's going short, take out their stops, okay, smack price one more time to think that it's going to break down, retrace, reverse the cycle, back up we go. Tokyo opens in 2 minutes, guys. Range weekly high should be hitting on Tokyo. Bitcoin should be taking out the range daily high up here. Okay, 47,603. Ethereum's looking to hit the previous high, which is going to be consistent with our cycle right here. 1, 2, 3. Rise, retrace, continuation to the upside. It needs to retake this high, rise, break out of it. Kumarian, thank you for the sticker, bro. 322 of you in the room. That is wild. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tiffany. Do you think we'll see Ethereum in the next 2 weeks? Lynn, that's a valid point. Yes, we will. I do believe we will see Ethereum because my projection on Ethereum is 1900, which is here. And I said it earlier on, guys. The reason why 1900 is a plausible area to obtain within a week or so is because Ethereum's daily move in price is 1,490 pips to the upside or the downside. Its average daily range. Now, price from here to 1900. Price from here to 1900 is 1,400 pips. Okay? So, oops, hold on. Let me see what's going on here. Yeah, so price from here to this side here is 1,400 pips, which is inconsistent with its ADR. So it could do it in a session, it could do it in a day, it could do it in 2. You know, I think maybe a week or 2 weeks is a little bit too long. It could achieve much more ground then. Bitcoin is looking like it's going to move to the range daily high. It's getting very busy. Ethereum, they're going to break out, guys. Bitcoin has broken out, making new highs. Ethereum is going to follow suit shortly. It's going to follow suit shortly. Yeah, it's only natural that it does so because all week I've been watching Ethereum and it has been doing exactly. I mean, I'm paying attention for fractional disparity with Bitcoin and Ethereum, And it's just been doing everything that Bitcoin does. You know, sometimes they hold Bitcoin and then they move Ethereum. Sometimes they hold Ethereum and they move Bitcoin. You know, and what I'm talking about, concepts of fractional disparity, is in relation to cryptocurrency, sorry, in the foreign exchange market. That's what I'm talking about in the foreign exchange market. You know, there's fractional disparity in there where they move the majors and they hold the minors, the crosses. Okay. So what I'm waiting for right now is price to break this high, fulfill this cycle, which is the tattoo, which all my regular guys know about, that we've been using all week. If any of you are new to this stream, please look at the previous streams because we talk about how this move developed. Okay? We talk about how this move played out. And a lot of people made a lot of money today on the simplicity of how this move played out. You know? Elijah. Is Bybit a good exchange to trade in? Guys, my honest opinion is you ideally want to be trading in the exchanges. Okay, the reason being because Bybit and Binance, you're actually trading the coin itself. So you're using one Ethereum to trade against another Ethereum as such. Whereas when you're on exchanges, you're trading against the value of Ethereum and the US dollar at a point in time, which means that if you had $1,000, okay, you could deposit $1,000 into this account. You could trade the price difference from from where price is now up until, say, the range weekly high, which is 1766. Now, depending on the leverage, you get 1 to 500 as such with IC markets. All right, not that I endorse you use leverage that much, but I'm just giving you an example. All right, and you can place a trade, profit on the move to that upside. Okay, so if you had £1 a point, £10 a point, £20 a point, whatever it is you decide. Okay, and you can just close the trade and you can withdraw your profit into your bank account without any cost. Right now, people are having to pay gas fees, having to pay admin fees to buy into Ethereum, and to close the trade, they have to pay as well. Whereas a company like IC Markets, you can just simply buy, pay the spread, and if you're in profit, you've covered the spread, depending on the account you open, if it's a standard or a raw, you can work it out from there. This is way better to listen to than techno. I found bugged Bitcoin exchanger. Posted video. Crypto Frederick. Wow. Carlos, thank you, man. How risky is it to join Bitcoin trade now, you think? Honestly, to join Bitcoin's trade right now will be a little bit risky. You're buying into highs. I do expect Bitcoin to pull back, especially at the range daily high. I'm expecting Bitcoin to pull back somehow, from the range daily high there. It has to pull back a little bit, and I don't want you to get caught in that move. Wait for it to rise, pull back, okay? Form a pattern, form a confirmation, giving you a reason for it to move further in your advantage, Don't ride into it. Don't buy into the hype, guys. Don't buy at the all-time highs. No institution, no market maker buys at an all-time high. It's the retail traders that do that, the guys that get hyped. What are you? Are you emotional? Do you need excitement in your life? Let's go and buy a Bitcoin at an all-time high. That's excitement, because then when it hits the all-time high, it goes up a little bit and then completely pulls back again. Because you can imagine these institutional traders, or should I say the market makers, they're waiting for the money to come in from the retail traders to burst the cycle and make a profit on you guys sending it to the moon. Hey Munich, how you doing? Star stable player, Germany, late last night, late night session, hopefully no double top, if not 2K within 24 hours. Everyone's looking at the, wow, there you go guys. Confirmed. Previous cycle, confirmed right there. See, these are quick little profits that you can get, and you can open decent size. You can open decent size when you understand what's going on in context. Range daily high. We're waiting for range daily high to be hit, guys. When the range daily high is in sight, okay, price usually tends to go to that area because it's the maximum high for the day for that range. All right, remember, price has a daily range that it needs to stick to. Otherwise, it's just going to completely ruin the market, Ginger, yeah, nice one, man. Thank you so much. Guys, anyone that's just coming into the live, thank you so much, man. Got much love for you guys for coming through. We've been consistent every single week. You know, make sure you join the Discord. I've popped the link there. Join the Discord because we've got guys like Jerome, you know, giving you guys, you know, really good knowledge on crypto. I'm talking about crypto from a technical standpoint. You know, there are guys that understand the theory behind it, you know, and that itself is an education in itself. You just sold Bitcoin at 47K. You sold Bitcoin at 47K. Okay, it's going to hit the range daily high, may take out a little bit more, but you've got to remember, bro, you're selling into strength. You don't want to be doing that. You need confirmation, bro. You know, we are in different times right now. We've got to be careful when you're placing trades like that. Got to be extremely careful when you place. Look, it's starting to pull back, so that's good. See, range daily high needs to be hit. Now it's snapping back. Okay, Royal, is that confirmed? It's not higher up. I believe Bybit is also an exchange if I'm understanding what exchange properly. Jack, how you doing? Thank you very much, Jack. Thank you so much, dude. Anyone that's just, you know, anyone that has subscribed, thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate it. You know, a subscription it's a personal thing, man. You know? Thought I'm selling on a high. You do want to sell on a high. Look, it's just, you've got to be careful when you sell on highs, okay? You sell on highs on peak formations. You know? You just got to be extremely careful. Be extremely careful when you're selling on highs. Okay. Where we at? JB's, what's good, man? What's happening? Jeffrey, trying to buy back into Ethereum. What do you think my best price could be in 24 hours? Right, my friend, listen, what we are waiting for with Ethereum, the best possible price of buying into Ethereum is the pattern. This is the pattern, okay? Price needs to break. You either enter, no financial advice, but I project that if anyone wants to enter now into Ethereum as an entry point here, okay, this will be your entry point. Ideally, the safer entry point will be at the high here. Wait for the high to be broken because you missed the actual entry for the advanced entry there, because there's two types of entries that I have. Okay, I've got so coming out of the peak formation, we've got rise, retrace, continuation to the upside. There's two types of entries. You've either got the advanced entry here, where you are riding as momentum builds, okay? And then you've got the main safety entry here, where you are riding with the momentum. So the momentum has built enough steam so it can push through to this high, and you're looking to take a few profits here. But guys, remember, I'm giving you strategies as a trader, a day trader, okay? And you then need to behave like a day trader. If you're an investor, there's not really a good time to buy. It's just a case of you just buying, you know? Range daily high has been, it's not touched it, but it's just right down to the pip. Look at what these guys do. They hit the high, range daily high, pull back. So we could see a little bit of a pullback. You went short at 47,000, so let's wait for it to, you know, come back. If you do realize a profit, bro, get out. You know, don't be the hero. You know, get out. You didn't know it was going to pull back. You entered purely on the basis of what you think could happen. And if you're realizing a profit, get out. $26% up on Bitcoin, 10% Ethereum. Thanks, bro. Tricky, man. That is brilliant. Wicked. Look at those figures, man. Guys up 26% on the Bitcoin. That is nuts. Star stable player. Correct, mate. The pump is big in Bitcoin is amazing today. If you read the filing. Cup of tea. Cup of tea, man. That's an expensive cup of tea, bro. I can get that. You know, I nick the tea bags from hotels, man. But thank you so much, man. That is awesome. Thank you so much for that. Jura. That is an expensive cup of tea. That's a proper Earl Grey cup of tea. Will Ethereum start dropping? Maybe. Tokyo's open. Oh my God, we missed Tokyo's open, man. I told you earlier on, guys, Ethereum will hit the range weekly high, okay, and pull back. Bitcoin did exactly the same. This doesn't happen by accident, guys. It's the nature of the cycles. You have to understand that. You know, it's the nature of the cycles. They have to respect the variance in the market, because if they don't, then we will not have a market to trade. Do you understand? No one will be looking to invest because it will just be a place for institutional investors. And the thing is, market makers use institutional investors' money to give us the positions that we open, and they make a profit on that. And at the same time, they use that profit to go against us and the institutions. There's two types of money in this game, guys. There's the smart money and the dumb money, okay? The worst thing is the market makers, as smart money, they can reveal their moves, but they sometimes behave like dumb money, and that's where they throw us off. And we have to be sure that we add confirmation to confirmation, you know, add caution to caution. When you're putting down money, when you're paying to play, all right, you need to be right. You can be right and you can be wrong, but you have to be okay with being wrong, because, you know, we will never, you know, get every perfect entry, and there's no such thing as a perfect entry. We can be accurate, you know, we can be accurate, but we are never going to be perfect. Bro, this pattern made me 32%. God, man, people are getting paid my team is getting paid, man. I'm so happy. You know, people are getting paid off this, and that is just brilliant. Put your wins in the Discord, guys. Put your wins in the Discord, because there are guys that are hesitant to place trades. You can just see it from, you know, from the way they're talking in the Discord. You know, some guys are like, they want to make sure they might, you know, they're new to trading. You know, say, you know, if you're new and you've made a position, you know, go for it. Nice one, bruv. I did see, I thought I was losing my mind then. You brought 7.8k, will never sell. I brought at 7.8k, will never sell. Aiden, that is wild. That was the last time Ethereum will ever be under 1700. I'm guessing the market makers are pumping Bitcoin first, making us convert into Bitcoin from Ethereum. Then it will dump Bitcoin and Ethereum will rise. Sound logic. It has to stick in. It has to stick in to its cycle. It has to respect the cycle. You know, it's trying to come out of this cycle zone here. I need it to come out of here to confirm the level 2. Okay, but the thing is, it could actually stay sideways. You know, it can stay sideways and hit down, up, down before it forms that. That is a possibility, guys. Since I found you, I'm only green. G Cruise, that is awesome. Traders Reality, could it be potentially a big M formation on Ethereum 15 if you consider 2 recent tops? Let's have a look. Nice. It could be an M formation, yeah. But the problem is, we don't want this to continue to the upside. It will only be a confirmed M if price doesn't continue to the upside. But everything is stacked. If price respects the cycle, okay, it will continue to the upside. Don't be phased by this candle, guys. It's just a snapback. It's all-time high, guys, coming in, okay? And they're just taking out their stops and just going to reverse and continue back up to the upside. You know? But do you see what I mean? You've got the right idea. YD, you've got the right idea. Because when you keep maintaining that mindset, my friend, thank you very much for that $10, bro. I'm going to make myself a cup of tea as well. You know? YD, you're using sound logic, okay? Because we can draw M's and W's all over the place, you know? Draw them all over the place. It's just what one plays out. And the one that plays out is the one that plays with the context. Okay, it plays into with context. I mean, look, you've got, this is why I know it's not gonna go down any further. Okay, you've got volatility outside the TDI, so shark fin outside the volatility band, back inside the volatility band. Okay, so they're averaging their closes higher. Okay, so that's strength to me in the TDI. All right, and then look, Price rises. Now it's pulling back. Now we just need to wait for it. May we have a look at our sister silver. Just set a buy at 27,344. What's the spreads on crypto like with IC markets? Give me a second, crypto. Tony Mac, this is the good thing about the spreads on crypto here, okay? On IC markets. You can see Ethereum. You can see the spread difference here from the ask and the bid, all right? If your entry was here, you'd have the same spread. And as long as price is going above your entry, you've covered the spread. So the trade doesn't cost you a thing, okay? Remember, you're not owning Ethereum or Bitcoin, all right? You are paying for the price difference on Ethereum and Bitcoin, okay? You don't own it. And and depending on how much money you put down will reflect how much you earn per point, okay? As long as you cover the spread, that's all you have to pay. And then when you withdraw the money, depending on where you're withdrawing from, I mean, I can withdraw from IC markets and it doesn't cost me a penny to deposit or withdraw, okay? I pay a fixed commission. It's usually about £10 per standard lot, okay? And when I open a trade, it just costs me £10. When I close it, it's exactly the same thing. I only pay £10. Now, if that position goes in my favor, I don't pay any spread because my spread is zero on Forex. And I just pay a one fee for commission. And if my trade goes in my favor by, like say £100, for example, take away my £10, £90 profit, done. You know? Tony, if you want the spread, if you want to have a look, I've got the link in the description, IC Markets link. Check it out. Triggy Sneer Goodmanson, should I buy now? What are you considering to buy, my friend? Dusty Rose, if you're trading, in my opinion, if you see profits sell, this market is not good for trading right now. But if you invest or hold forever until you retire and sell, I guess so. Luke, don't sell any crypto, just forget your accounts and look in August and you'll have 4 times your money. Luke's got the right idea. You know, these price fluctuations, guys, as traders, all right? Our job is to take advantage of these fluctuations. Price hits the range weekly high, always expected to retrace. Bang, short entry, done. You know, that's a trader. An investor opens his chart and sees it on a Monday Monday, the 19th of February, looks at his trades and he's like, right, okay, cool, fair enough. And he ain't going to look at it again until October. He's not interested. He's got a bigger plan. Who's just asked me that? Are you asking me, Ginger? The most in a day? About 25. It's a lot. It's a lot. I was thinking about jumping in and joining you guys. Should I buy or sell right now? Or am I too late? Have you said what you're looking to buy, my friend? Are you looking to buy Bitcoin or Ethereum? Yeah, I got zero spread on FX symbols. Mez, zero spread. But when they look on some of the pairs, I don't have zero spread. I've got 0.1. That's just as good as zero for me, man. You know? Okay, hello. I found bugged. Who's this guy? I found bugged Bitcoin exchanger. Who's this guy? Oh, is these the bots and what have you? Okay, then cool. High RSI at the end of the ZW formation. Could it turn into an M? We won't know until something breaks. We need to wait for confirmation. Which is the best buy? More. Best buy. More now. Bitcoin or Ethereum? Dusty, in my opinion, it's Ethereum. I'm always going to back Ethereum. When did you first hear about safety trade? What, in the formation? You're not able to view the Discord. The only way you can view the Discord, guys, is once you go into the Discord, okay, you have to go into the hall, on the channel hall, and you have to select the green tick. Okay, you have to select the rules and verify. Search for rules and verify, and you just have to, you know, verify by clicking a green tick. So Bailey, the guy I originally was on Trader at Home. Trader at Home is the guy who come up with the idea of these candlesticks and understanding price at key levels. Okay, so that was about 6 years ago, right? And he always spoke about the market maker's behavior. It was the market maker's behavior, and and the phenomenon about the market maker, I was like, nah, man, it just, you know, I don't know, who is this market maker? And when you start to watch the charts with these indicators, okay, you come to this understanding that, you know, do they actually exist? Are they there to really mess people about? And when you look at the charts and you see it, and you're seeing it happening day in and day out, you then start to understand what the market maker is about, okay? And then, you know, I was doing that for a good 5-6 years, trying to understand it, because this guy, he doesn't teach you. Nah, he doesn't teach you how to use this method. He says you have to do the homework. You have to work it out for yourself, you know, which is why, you know, there are guys that do it, and now that they've mastered it, it's just different, man. Because if you desperately want to learn it, you will learn it, you know. And the safety trade is of another gentleman, Steve Maurin. He created as such the market maker method. So all that I'm telling you guys is based off his ideology about market makers, okay? And what I've done is I've incorporated those two systems together to create a hybrid, okay? And that hybrid system is effectively using the candlesticks and the ideology of the trader at home with price at notable areas in line with the market makers doing their stop hunt rise, stop hunt low, okay? To effectively have this system where I'm able to pick out certain formations and understanding of cycles, all right? Which it's just flawless, man. It's just flawless. This red candle will be retrieved, guys. 127 spread for a millisecond. Dude, on demo account, don't worry about demo. Demo is not even a true spread. They're not interested in people with demo accounts because they can't change the spread. You know, it's when you open real accounts, you know, that's when you're going to experience what it's like to be in the world of trading, when you're putting money down on a real account, you know. The reason why I'm so focused on Ethereum, my forte is Forex. You know, I'd love to talk about Forex, but the guys want Ethereum. They want me to talk about Ethereum. And to be honest with you, I'm taking what I understand about Forex, you know, the patterns in Forex, I'm taking it and I'm applying it, because these patterns, like these W formations that I talk about all the time, okay, they happen all the time in Forex, okay? Now, Forex is a different market to crypto. They have regulations in the sense where price can only go high so much and it can only drop so much. You know, they have a set structure in the Forex market, okay? Now, I wanted to see if I could take the same understanding of M's and W's, you know, market maker behavior in the crypto market and see how it plays out. And so far, it's been playing really well. You know, naturally, the only way that I can improve as a trader is if I can apply what I know elsewhere. And if it works, then, you know, it's a win-win. So what I'm doing with this channel is just, I'm trying to help as many people realize, you know, when it comes to trading, there are so many things that you've been misled to believe, you know, so many things that you've been misled to believe, and the same things that I was misled to believe on till I came across this understanding of who the market maker was. You know, I see like most people, they're of the impression that when price rises, okay, they think we're in a bull market, all right? Well, in order for you to buy something, there has to be the liquidity on the other end for it to be sold to you. So really, when price is rising, we're in a seller's market, okay? It's hard to understand, but we've been programmed to believe that when price rises, it's because the bulls are in control. Hell no. You know, if you're going to come to a market as a buyer, you need someone to sell you something, and that's what the market maker does. He takes the smart money and gives it to you and transfers your dumb money into his position, which he profits on. And then at a later point, when price reverses, when he builds his shorts at higher prices, okay, he reverses the trend. You're trapped in your longs. He takes out your stops. You're stuck in your trade. Okay, you're in a negative deficit. You then decide to go along with the trend. You go short, and then he changes the direction again. You know, and this is what market maker behavior is, and this is what I understand. I'm a money maker, bro. I can teach you. Teach me, man. There you go. Thank you very much, man. You have been reading those books. I have not been reading. I've read, you know what? All the books that I've read have led me to this, and what I'm understanding about the markets now are contradicting everything that I read in books. You know? Of course they do. And the thing is, there are variations to the I mean, I don't think anyone has taken the two systems and put them together. You know, that's because I'm just that person where I just wanted to test something, and you know, I'm expanding my horizons as such. But you know, you've got other methods like, you know, the Wyckoff method, the Elliott wave, which is on the principle of M's and W's. But the difference is, guys, you have to understand what is happening in the pattern. You know, I don't talk about, you know, candlestick formations. I don't talk about bearish engulfing patterns or bullish engulfing, evening star and what have you. The only thing I'll be looking at, okay, is pins. I'm looking at pins to the high, pins to the low, pins to the high, pins to the low. I'm looking for stop hunt rise, stop hunt low, rise, you know, stop hunt rise, low. That's what I'm looking for, because that's the nature of the game. It's how market makers get their liquidity. They take their liquidity by trapping guys in the wrong direction, you know, and that is really all you need to be prepared to be looking for. Because if you're looking for the stop hunt rise, it means you're in the right direction, because when you go in the direction of the market maker, it means you're not on the losing side, you know? Crypto man, how you doing, man? Does the first leg of the tattoo have to close to confirm we are in level 2, or are we already there? We need, okay, we need the first leg pull back, which is what's happened, okay? Now we need the second leg to confirm, to close above the first leg, to confirm that the pattern is complete. That's what we're waiting for. We need that to happen. Now, by all means, guys, you can trade. I'm not giving you financial advice. You know, you're welcome to trade in whatever manner you want. But what I will say to you guys is trade in the right direction. Wait for confirmation. Whatever strategy you decide to use, wait for confirmation. You know, you do hear guys say it, wait for the pattern to come to you, wait for the market to come to you. The market is going to come, okay? You know, and you may be fearful that you're not getting in at the right time. There will always be another opportunity for you to get in. The moment you start thinking that there won't be another market, that's when you're going to lose. And that's when you're going to start putting money on the line. You're going to start being impulsive, irrational. You're going to start playing the ATH game. You know, all-time high, let's buy at the all-time high. Great. Thank you very much. Market maker builds his shorts at higher price so that he can close them lower at a later point. He uses the liquidity of the buyers to match his short orders. And then when it's time to change the direction, he takes out all the stops from the guys who put the buys, and he uses that liquidity to send price lower. It's a vicious cycle, guys. It's a vicious cycle. And you need to be aware of it happening. All right, give me a second. Let me just have a look at that. Market maker, liquidity provider. Correct. Okay, best place to buy DOT and ADA. Screen is very blurry. Mickey Freeze, what you need to do is you need to change the resolution. Kamarian, man. I'm still with the regulars, man. Still with my guys here. Thank you, Hollandaise. No worries, man. That's all good, man. It is, I mean, I can't not be legit as such. You know, I've got no agenda here, guys. I love what I do. I love trading. Now, I'm just sharing you my projections. as I keep saying, guys, in order for me to be, or anyone to become a master at something, you have to be able to teach it and help others understand it. And for the past week, people have been making a ton of money on the understanding of what I'm portraying from the charts. You know, go into the Discord, man. You see people are just, you know, they're so happy, and that's payment to me, man. I do. I'm gonna be doing crypto and forex because the methodology that I'm using is mainly for forex. This is like an experiment for me. This for me is like me being able to see if I understand how taking two systems and incorporating them into one and using effectively the signals from each system into a one whole system and apply it. That's what I'm trying to see, and it looks like it's working out. In other words, the market makers, whenever there's a chart, there's a market maker, you know? It's crazy. This whole thing has some low vibrations, man. What does that mean, bro? Turn 4 ether into 5 or 6 would be nice today if possible. Let's see if this plays out. Let's see if this move plays out. We said earlier that this red candle would be taken back out. So that's what market makers are effectively looking at doing here. We need to pull up Bitcoin and see what's going on there. Bitcoin still staying in that zone. Who went short on Bitcoin at 47? I'd realize a profit, man. Yeah, Ethereum, in my opinion, Ethereum will hit 18 because I'm expecting 2 more cycles to the upside from Ethereum, and I'm expecting the 1900 area to be cleared. I'm not going to give you false expectations here, guys. I'm not going to tell you Ethereum's going to be, 3,000 by the end of the week. If it does, happy days. I'm going to be talking about the moves to 1800, 1900, 2000, 2100. I'm going to be talking about those moves and letting those levels hit before I make a conviction to the next level. That's that's a logical approach. There's no hit and hope kind of thing. I ain't going to build you guys up to believe that something is going to happen because everyone's talking about it. Nah, I need to give you an understanding. I understand why I believe price is going to hit the 18. Why is it going to hit the 1900? The first reason why I think it's going to hit 1900 is because the price to 1900 from now is only 1400, 1500 pips away, when Ethereum moves on average an average daily range of 1495 pips, so 1495 pips. That's what it moves in a day. Okay, so there's nothing to say that we can't see 1900 in one day. When that day is a different story. So I hope that puts that into perspective for you, bro. Okay. Someone tell Apple they can invest in the token, but they can't make their own crypto and conquer the digital currency market. That would be hell, that would. Terms and conditions. When that happened, what should I do then? When what happened? Let's have a look. What's he talking about? 2K by Sunday, CBL life hacks. You know what? Let's get to look. We get to 1900. There's nothing to stop it from going to 2K on Sunday. I'm not sure why I didn't learn about this stuff sooner. Didn't think it was that complex. It's not about complex. To be honest with you, there's no book out there that talks about this. There isn't a book. You have to understand it by just simply looking at charts and understanding the context behind why does price hit that. Why does price do that at that point in time, and going over it and over it and over it and over again. Do you know what I mean? What do we do? What do we do? Traders Rally. Is it going to hit 1800 tonight? It may hit 1800 tonight. It's not giving me any signs that it wants to pull back or go any lower. It's stuck at it's shown support at the 50-day. Now we've got the Hong Kong market opening in 25 minutes. They too need to absorb the information of Elon effectively buying Bitcoin. Okay. Now when Tokyo opened, this move happened. Okay. This move from here all the way to here happened. So when Hong Kong opens, we should see the same cycle, which should effectively take us to the 1800 mark. It's not too far away, guys. What is it? It's a third of its daily range. Yeah, it's better to fight another rather than die a hero. This is it, Sun King. Can the MM see the stops? Of course they can, Frank. Of course they can. They can see the stops. Why? Because it's the brokers that tell them. The dealers tell them. They reveal that information. Do you know that MT4 has a back office? It has a back office that shows everyone the margins that everyone's got, all the account details. When I say account details, how much people have in their account balance, how close are they to margin call, where their stops are. And the market makers just feed off that and they work off that and they send price in the direction, you know? So you are saying that's what's happening with Ethereum right now. Effectively, yes. Can you pick the price of Bitcoin? Sorry. There's Bitcoin. Sorry, my apologies. Remove these. We've hit these price targets here. Nearly. Ethereum is looking to take, it needs to take this previous high here to confirm the cycle to the upside. That's what I'm waiting for. That's what I'm waiting for. Do you know what, Shadow? It's about discipline. If you haven't got the discipline to wait for the market maker to do his business. So this is where you are, okay? So this is where we are, okay? Once Ethereum breaks this point here, then we're going to go on to the next cycle. If it breaks this point here, it will hit 1800 because it has new ground to take. And the hype of the 80, you know, the all-time high will send price in that direction. Then we should see a formation, pullback, continuation. That's what we're waiting for, guys. Hong Kong is due to open. Said it earlier, price needs to recover here because the market makers absorbed longs in that area. It's done that, okay? Now, I said earlier that they would recover this red bar here. It was a sell-off and an opportunity to add more longs. They've done it. Look what they're doing. They're moving price back up, okay? They're always trying to open more positions because they earn off that, okay? Price of Ethereum, would it go to 2 grand? Explain that. Yep, there's no reason why it can't go to 2 grand. We're only 1500 pips away from it, which is the average daily range. On average, it moves 1500 pips in one direction or another. And 1900 is 1500 pips away, 1400. So it's getting less and less. So yeah, we could see 1900 could potentially hit 2K. 2K potentially by the end of the week if it stays in line with this cycle. I'm expecting 2 more cycles to the upside for Ethereum before we start to see a retrace. Ether ain't mooning, bruv. Ether isn't mooning. That is mooning criteria. What Bitcoin did. That's mooning criteria. You know? You want the slow and steady trend. Because with the slow and steady trend, you know you're going to be seeing levels. You know? You're going to see certain levels hit. You want to share a small... Thank you. I do have a need for a dress, bro. We'll sort something out, man. What is my near-term profit point for Ethereum? I mean, I'm a holder of Ethereum, okay? But, you know, I'm not going to be taking any profit from Ethereum yet. No way. It's just where it's like, you know, you've just managed to jump on the bull. You know, you've just managed to jump on the hype of what cryptocurrency is about, you know? And the Ethereum technology, I'm long on the Ethereum technology, the utility of what Ethereum can do, all right? And until it can disprove that, until it can prove me otherwise, I have no reason to sell this. You know, this is a Warren Buffett trade, man. This is a value trade for me. You know, likewise, I think I may, you know, many would be feeling the same. Yeah. Add up what Ethereum would be at 1 trillion market cap. And there you go by the end of the year. Crypto man, you got the logic. Do you think your system works with stocks? Potentially. The thing is, Avram, the reason why it may not work with stocks is because stock market is very heavily regulated. You know, this thing about stop hunts and what have you, this is an unregulated market. The only thing that's regulated in this market is the IMF makes sure that in terms of Forex, that they don't send price to the moon and then back down to hell in one single session, because they need to maintain the market. That's why they have the average daily range. Okay. And, you know, it's an over-the-counter market as such. Anything can happen, you know. They only have the regulation in place to prevent any money laundering between the brokers. You know, guys can deposit with only one, you know, with the same bank account and deposit, you know, and withdraw back into it. You know, you can't deposit or withdraw from another account. That kind of thing. BTT, here you go. Should I invest in Ethereum? Stengor, are you a trader or are you looking to invest? If you're looking to invest in Ethereum, then by all means, you know, investing in Ethereum is a logical choice, man. I hold Ethereum. I'm long Ethereum. It's a very good investment, but you have to understand what the technology is. Once you understand the technology of Ethereum, you will then look to see, right, that's a really good shout. And if you need more help with that, join the Discord. It's pinned to the top of the chat, okay? And I'll attach it here. Join the Discord, and there are guys in there that talk about what Ethereum is, what other crypto coins are. They talk about its utility, and there's guys in there that put up statistics about what's happening in the markets in real time, and it's just wild. You know, it is absolutely wild. Hugo, my guy, you're talking. Here we go. Let's talk. Let's look at Kiwi Yen. What's Kiwi Yen doing? It's Monday. It's Monday. We are 1 day away from the peak, 1 day out of the peak formation. Peak formation, W formation, W rises, pull back, continuation from there. Okay, so we have got rise, retrace, continuation, shifting out of the zone. There's the W formation. It's now 1 day away from the peak formation. That means is that we are in the cycle. So we had level 1 rise. Okay, we are still in level 1. Okay, because it hasn't retraced as such. We're still in level 1. So this whole box here, what you'll find, this whole area here is level 1. That is level 1. We effectively need price to break above this area here to confirm level 2 cycle. So I'm expecting Kiwi Yen to rise another time, rise again to the upside. So we'll have a look at that tomorrow. Ethereum, you doing what you're meant to be doing? Yes, she is. There we go. Bitcoin. Bitcoin's sitting there. Okay. I feel like you have to say you have to stay quite conscious to notice feelings like impatience, anger, greed, low vibes, in my honest opinion. In my opinion, sorry. It might take over easily. Also a big opportunity to overcome it. True. Yo, bro, check AVAX. I've been reading up on the roadmap. It looks fantastic what they do and where they want to go. They've gone from 1 billion to 2 billion market cap really quick. Let's have a look at AVAX, yeah? AVAX. AVAX dollar. Here we go. That is a nice move to the upside, man. Look at that. Yeah, this will see. Here we go. We've got a nice sort of a nice pattern there. We should see an M formation here. There we go. Very small M. Why? This is Bitfix. Okay, so let me change that to US dollar Binance. Okay, there we go. That's much nicer. All right, then. So we have effectively got M pattern. Okay. This could actually drop down. Could actually drop down to this region here, and the 200 days should effectively be moving up towards it, retrace, and then it could continue down. But it does need to realize a consolidation because it has been making a very big move to the upside. It's broken the 50-day. We expect it to come back, retest the 50-day and pull away from it, find support at the 200-day moving average, and then start the cycle all over again. Retrace continuation, peak formation again. That's what we're expecting it to do. Ethereum doing exactly what we need it to do. West End Truck, how you doing, bro? Okay. Literally, no one's Art of Bebop. No one's talking about that pair you just showed me, man. It's wild. Do I think Ethereum will reach 8K this year? Now, the end of the year. Crypto man, can you shed light on that? 8K Ethereum. From a trader's perspective, I'm only interested in what it's going to do in the near term. And I need to maintain that philosophy because then when I do place trades, okay, I'm not jumping in between the idea of, oh, I'm a trader right now. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm in the red. I'm going to turn into an investor. I'm going to hold it, you know? So I have to maintain that sort of mentality in my mind. However, could we see Ethereum go up to 8K by the end of the year? Purely on the basis of its utility and value, yes. What does Bitcoin do? What's its actual service? What can it do? It's just a coin. It's a very, it's a fashionable coin. All right, it's the first digital currency. Just because it has the title of the first digital currency doesn't mean that, do we need to keep buying it as such? It's now, well, it is actually a crypto asset for guys to hedge their risk. That's one of the key benefits, but Ethereum is the blockchain, right? It solves a lot of issues. It's the platform to allow companies to bring coins, that do solve other problems, So for value, yeah, I think it's very undervalued. I think Ethereum is very undervalued. We're looking, guys, to take out this high. Come on. It needs to take out this area for us to confirm a ride to the cycle. The near-term profit, near-term target, okay, for you guys effectively to realize a profit, no financial advice, would be the average daily range high, which is, it's 1840, okay? Hit 1840. That's the near-term cycle. Okay, before it looks to retrace continuation to the upside, which the next point will be 19. How do you want cocaine spread? How far would that trace back go if we see? The only time the retrace is going to give me a concern is if it breaks below this peak formation here. If it breaks below this pattern here, then, we could see different ground. Till then, there's no point. I don't need to be worrying about how far a retrace is going to be. All I can work with right now is what is price doing as it's approaching this key level. That's all I can do, guys. And that's the advice that I give you guys. When you're looking at a chart, ask yourself two things. What is there to contend with? What are we looking at? What is price doing? And then when you come to these live streams and you pick up on what I keep talking about, you'll then start to ask yourself, what is the market maker trying to make the retail trader think? And I'm going to do the opposite. With Compound and Ave. Oh, God. Compound is awesome, man. I do like Compound. I had a bit of Compound as well, man. Do I close some positions as it goes up? Local bit, buddy. Depends on what your objective is, man. It depends on how much you've been scaling in. Like for me, I won't close any of my Ethereum positions. None. None whatsoever. Best accumulation price, in my opinion, the younger son. The best accumulation price. To be honest with you, in line with this cycle here, okay? In line with this cycle right here, your best entry or accumulation price as such is anywhere within this zone. Okay, normally when I trade this pattern on the Forex charts, I'm looking for entry before anything happens. Why? Because it would have fulfilled a number of criteria in my eyes. And based on my experience of how many times I've seen this pattern, it needs to do something drastic for it to come away from this. Okay, right now it's, price is at the 50-day moving average. It's shown respect to it. Okay, it's coming away from the peak formation. Always trade away from the pattern. Always trade away from the peak formation. All right. So I'll be making an entry here. The safety entry here is where the breakout traders would see that as the all-time high bit. Breakout traders trade that. So you trade that. But I need to be getting in here because I don't want to get in, where the ATH is, because it only has a certain move to the upside as such before it retraces, and that retrace can shake out a lot of traders. For example, if I was to put a stop here, The stop loss as such for this would be here. Okay? The stop loss for this would be here. Do you understand? It's too much risk, you know? So, hope that puts it into perspective for you. You know what, I'm liking this divergence thing that you've got going, Jerome, man, because it looks like it's going to play out. We've got 10 minutes until Hong Kong opens. I'm going to do one of the main critical aspects of this strategy, guys, okay? And that is the cup of tea strategy. You know, you get up, you come away from the chart, and you start to focus and realize, you know, what have you been discussing for the past hour or so? You start to filter that information, register it, generate a feedback, and you are then left with a beautiful cup of tea. So guys, before the Hong Kong Open, where we will be experiencing another form of liquidity coming into the market, remember Hong Kong needs to respond to Elon's purchase of 1.5 billion Bitcoin. All right. So you guys might want to get yourself some drinks, man. Wow, Tiffany, man, that's huge. Cardano is onboarding 100 million users. Wow. Crypto is going crazy like Chaos Realm, expecting to find Shadow. Where the hell is the chart? Literally, I've got it filled with indie fucking patterns all over the place. Let me just make it a little bit tidy, draw the pattern. I've drawn this pattern so many times, I hope it's helping you guys. AVAC Avalanche is the only thing that is as juicy as ADA and Ethereum, but the train has taken off long term. It will go up a lot though, but like most good alts, they are too pumped. True. No worries, Art of Bebop. That's cool, man. Taking Joe, the range weekly high can be, it is effectively like a profit taking area if you understand the context of it. Usually when price hits it, it always pulls away from it. Look, Bitcoin, it hit the range daily high, hit it, we're just slightly below it, it's pulled back. Range weekly high, Ethereum, it's tapped it slightly, pulled back. Now it's working towards it again, you know? Bro, would you sell at 2K Ethereum? Nope. Nope. There's no sell for me, man. It's true. Tricky Productions. Everyone was going crazy when they thought, what, Bitcoin go to £1,000? Are you mad? Now they're scratching their head thinking, what? 50k? What? 200k? Thing is, Bitcoin will go to those prices purely on people thinking about it. Yeah? That's the difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum. Ethereum could achieve very high pricing purely because of its utility. Bitcoin is only going to get to those high prices because A, of the supply, and B, it's just a fashionable coin to have, you know? And people, you know, can buy and sell in it. You know, you can do buy and sell with Ethereum, but Ethereum, it holds the value, guys. It's the utility. It solves a problem, you know? So I stream at 2 different points in the day. I stream in the morning from 9:30, and that goes all the way through till 7 o'clock at night. But it's a live, but there's no audio in it. And I'm actually trying to work on getting some royalty-free music played. But I'm active in the live chat, and sometimes I might even make an appearance and speak over the live. And then every single night at 9:30, between 9:30 and 10 o'clock, I'm going to be getting on live and talking about the day trading action for everybody who watches. You know, so that's every single night. Crypto Wealth, welcome to the gang, man. Where you been, bruv? Right, I'm gonna go make that cup of tea. We've got 6 minutes before Ethereum, before Hong Kong. Shadow, by the way, Tina, I recommend a group from my country that maybe you like. If you understand the language, it's power matter. Tierra Santa. Give it a try. Yo, man. I'm Metallica, so I've got time for anything else as well, man. I'll listen to anything, man. You know, Metallica's where it's at for me. But you got a recommendation for me, I'm taking it, bro. Let me get this cup of tea going. 2 seconds, guys. All right, where we at? Okay. Tierra Santa. Yeah, I've seen them 5 times, man. I was obsessed with them. 5 times. Cannot believe it. They're the best time of my life. I remember when I went to Download, where Metallica were headlining, but Slipknot were also going to play as well. And Slipknot concert, guys, is just wild. Slipknot is just unbelievable, man. When they're live, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Yeah, Kenobi, man. That's Metallica, man. God. Bitcoin's a Bugatti. Okay. Ethereum is SpaceX. That's what it is. I'm getting so old. It's still amazing. At the beginning of the ecstasy of gold, man. My days. Metallica was the first area concert, arena concert, first mosh pit. Yeah, man. The first, one of the most scariest mosh pits that I was in was Metallica's when they played Disposable Heroes. Wow. That was crazy. That was crazy. Yeah, do you remember the free concert that they gave in Russia? That was the largest ever recorded concert. Cliff Burton, man. What a guy. Falcon 9, yeah? Yeah, I don't think Ethereum will hit 1400 again. Not with all this pressure that's going up. Machine Head's good though. Yeah. Hmm. You live up the street from one of the SpaceX facilities. Wow. Yeah, 1.6 million people. How can you not be concerned? I mean, I'm twitching with 342 people in this live. They play into that. Guitar, man. Play guitar for 17 years. Yep. I learned how to play guitar because of Metallica. Been playing 17 years, but I made the mistake of picking up an electric guitar. I should have picked up a classical guitar. Now I play like flamenco style. I don't have a pick anymore. I don't use a plectrum. I just use finger picking. It's just crazy, man. It's a different type of playing. Take profits in October. Conservative call. Yes. Abdul Fattah. It is a good call. Yeah. I like the new stuff. Spit out the bone, hardwired. I love Day That Never Come. Just mad. Thanks for watching from Canada. What's going on? CDN Proud. What's good, man? Canadian and proud, I'm guessing. Upper shark fin. Okay, Hong Kong's open, guys. Hong Kong is open. Let's pay attention. Let's pay attention. Rod, you play the banjo. That is wicked. Do you know what? Banjo, James Hetfield based all the songs that all the riffs that he come up with was on principally from country music, you know? Right, guys, let's pay attention here. Hong Kong has stepped in. They are going to now absorb the information that they heard about effectively Elon, okay? So we could see retraces. We're going to see a lot of retrace, and then we're going to see the true move. Remember, fast move is the false move. YD, man. You know, if you guys are getting any value from it, then that's happy days for me. The fact is, most of you have earned money simply by just watching a channel on YouTube. Done. You know, it's usually the other way around. You have to pay to watch something to earn something from it, and there's no guarantee of earning from it. You know? Ken and Barbie, what have you missed, my friend? Where you been? You've missed the stream. Musician by trade. That is awesome, son. That is awesome, son king. Okay, let me get right. My Curtis Him. Okay. Right. I would want to sell at the 1790, 1800 range. Wait for retrace and buy back in at the 1650, 1700 range. On the break of the 1800 range, my friend, the retrace from the 1800 will be a good call because we're still expecting another cycle to the upside from this move. So I could be completely wrong, okay? But in line with the cycle and this peak formation here, what I need price to do is I need it to break from this high here. So I need it to complete this pattern here, right? It needs to complete that pattern. This area here is here, okay? So look, rise, drop, rise. That's what I need it to do. Now, in line with the cycle, because the market maker moves in 3 cycles, okay? And it can do it in a week, all right? We are effectively in day 1 of the cycle, which is Monday, okay? The day 1 cycle is the peak formation, rise, come out of the cycle, come out of the peak formation. That's day 1, okay? We're now looking for day 2. Day 2 should take the cycle higher. Day 3 is the midweek reversal, so that's where they can effectively bring price back, consolidate. When they bring price back, that area should effectively be, I mean, the 1800 is pretty close. So that could effectively be the 1900 mark, okay? So say it hits the 1900 and then it pulls back a little bit more, probably down to the 1800, creates a formation, then continues back up to the upside. That's the projection. Shadow, yeah, Spanish guitar, good to go for learning because it adds a few layers. This is true. Retrace a 50 EMA on the 15-minute time frame. Yep, that is a good shout. You guys know, look, we can retrace to the 50 EMA again if we have to. Look, it did it twice here. Oh, there is. Hi. Cool. What was that question again? Hold on. Tino encourages my Scottish rain. Yeah, the 50 EMA can be reached again. Look, it hit it twice here and formed effectively a small W. Okay, now it's risen out of there. So now we could see it again, retrace to the 50-day, continuation to the upside. Remember, guys, it has to regulate price. It has to regulate price. It has to make traders get in again. Look at how many of you are talking about price going back down to a level so that you can enter back in again. The market maker knows that everyone has that sentiment because they want to buy in cheaper. All right, so what they do is they make price behave a certain way to encourage you to enter. At the same time, you entering is you fulfilling an order for them. Once you fulfilled that order, they move it up a next level. And then they keep doing that and they keep moving up a next level until they achieve the level that they want to get to. And then they start to reverse it. Because when they move price to that key level is usually at an all-time high. Okay? Or it's at a significant point in the chart. Now, that's where people are interested in it. And then they use the liquidity from that interest to start the trend to the opposite direction. You know, they then start taking out stops. People then start to become fearful and they want to hold their position or they can't afford to close because they're so heavily invested in a position. You know, 90% of what I talk about, guys, is the meta game of trading. Okay, you've not heard me mention once about any bearish engulfing patterns, 3-crow methods, whatever candlestick formations there are out there. I've pretty much wiped my memory of it, you know, because this is just, you have to follow the market maker method. The market maker method is understanding the flow of money in the market, and it responds to retail traders, you know, irrationality, their fear, their greed. You get rid of those two concepts, fear and greed, you won't have a market. Human behavior doesn't change, and it's been the same thing from day one. And as long as we have fear and as long as we have greed, there will always be a market. So don't worry if you can't place a trade today. There will always be a market tomorrow. Why? Because people will be fearful and people will be greedy. And that's 101 trading, guys. That's exactly what it is. What's up, Jason? Hi from Greece, wicked. It's true, Wall Street can be in everyone's home these days, yes. Before it was, you know, only the elite had access to Wall Street. Now technology has made it happen, you know. What's the best time frame to be watching this? Time frame, I mean, for me, the time frames that I ideally need to pay attention to are the 1 hour, the 15-minute time frame. I can't look at the daily and the weekly and the monthly. It just takes too long for patterns to play out there. You know, I remember when I used to trade on a weekly time frame, I'd have to wait like 7 weeks for the first leg of something to happen when I used to do the trading, like from back in the day, the swing trading there, when I was chasing Fibonacci's and, you know, just wild stuff like that. No worries, Curtis, bro. Hello from Alaska, wicked. Anchorage from Alaska, that is awesome. Jay Chang, how you doing? Respect Vinyl, price prediction on Ethereum. Are you a investor or trader, bro? Let me know, and you'll get 2 different setups. How you do the red highlighted app name thing on here? I don't know. What is that? Guys, if I could ask you to like the stream, that would be really, I would really appreciate that. I'm going to take a gamble and say if it doesn't have the same amount of likes as the people in the chat, I'm not going to keep talking. I'm going to stop talking. All right, in respect the vinyl, listen, trader, as a trader, your near-term entrance, okay? Europe is 2 a.m. here, cool. Your entrance as such, as a trader, okay, is we're waiting for price to fulfill this cycle entry here, which is this pattern, okay? So rise, retrace, continuation, okay? I'm waiting for Ethereum to break out of this high to form a move to the upside, okay? Because it's in line with the peak formation down here, all right? That's what a trader would be looking for. And your near-term profit target would be the 1800 mark or the 1840. That would be a decent target point, okay? As an investor, okay, it's really just a case of coming back to the charts and looking at them every week and seeing where you are. I've invested in the technology of Ethereum. That's my reasoning for investment. I will not ever get rid of Ethereum until it physically can't do anything else, whether that's in a year's time, 2 years, 3 years, 5. If they're talking about Cardano being held for 10 years and you see a fat stack, that's Cardano, yeah? Well, what do you think Ethereum's going to be like, you know? You are asking a second time, so I have to unlike it. If you did it the first time, bro, I wouldn't have to ask. Hypothetically, if I was holding, now I appreciate everything, guys. Thank you so much, man. Hypothetically, if I was holding 1 Ethereum, would you sell at the next all-time high to rebuy $50 cheaper for the sake of $50, $50 to $100 cheaper? Hell no. No way. $800-900 cheaper? Maybe. You know? Maybe. But not $50 to $100 cheaper. We're just dealing with chips then, man. It's just small amounts. You know? Bitcoin, different story. Indianapolis, man. Christopher, what's good? If you can get in Bitcoin 5-6 grand cheaper, happy days, you know? Okay, makes no worries, respect. Rashid, how you doing? Hey, bro, what's good, man? Yeah, man, I'm cool. Investor here, thank you. Looking for another altcoin for a long-term hold other than Bitcoin, Ethereum. Any suggestions? Rashid, make your way to the Discord. It's at the pinned at the top of the chat. Okay, I'll put the link here for you. Head in there because there are guys, there's channels in there that talk about alternative coins, which is a great place. There are guys that filled it with information, so it'll be a good starting place, man. Andrew White, how you doing? Elias Carlson, thanks for being on. No worries, dude, man. Yeah, it's this is where we at. This is what it's about, guys. Cutting out all the BS. Andrew White, could you give me an estimate for where we could buy if we missed the pump on both Ethereum and Bitcoin? As an investment, anytime really. Anytime, Andrew. It's an investment. If you're an investor, that's where it doesn't matter. I mean, Bitcoin's a different story. It is such an expensive coin right now, okay? But if you just want to buy just to hold, that's the idea. Lee, man, thank you so much for that, bro. Thank you so much for that, bro. Much love, man. I also want to get some huge amount of SC. What's SC? Bitcoin's going higher once Apple announces 5 billion purchase in Bitcoin. Yeah, if Apple announces 5 billion purchase in Bitcoin, Bitcoin is good. Do you understand why Bitcoin will see like 200-300K? Because it's going to be the domino effect. Tesla's just steps in, brought 1.5 billion. Now Apple's going to step in. Who's next? Google? IBM? Microsoft? All these guys are going to, now that Ethereum is on the CME, Bitcoin's on the CME as such as well, they now have a haven to hedge their risk. It's a hedging tool. We invest in the concept of Bitcoin and Ethereum purely because, we like what it can do. The utility of Bitcoin and the utility of Ethereum. Look at the blockchain, it's doing such a great thing. Happy days. These guys are buying it because they're protecting their assets. They know that people invest in it. Companies can step in at any time and buy into it, bringing in the value of it up. It's a great hedging tool. Thank you so much, Lee. Thank you so much, dude. The only thing that held me back from wanting to day trade was year-end taxes. But after the research, I feel more confident proceeding. Well, day trading stocks or Forex? Because Forex, you don't have to pay any tax. Well, in the UK, you don't. File chain, that is wild. Hollandaise, the only way you can join the Discord is if you go to the rules and verify and just select that tick the tick box as such, and it should you should be able to access it from there. Yeah. Nora, Ethereum take profit. You're asking a holder here, man. For me, I just put my Ethereum in my cold wallet, and I literally hide my cold wallet and set myself up a calendar invite or a notification on my calendar in a year's time to remind me of where I put it. That's literally my take on Ethereum. The reason why I'm on this stream right now doing this Ethereum stuff is because I'm applying my understanding of Forex and the cycles and the behavior of market makers into the crypto trading world, and now that we've got current crypto pairs that have a substantial market cap, it gives me more validation to trade them because it's got the market maker influence. They can move money in and out of it. When you've got coins that have got really low market cap, it's like investing in penny stocks. You want to be careful because the price increases are wild, Do you know what, Jay Daddy? Could we see Ethereum hit 1800? Only on one principle, okay? We need to see Ethereum break this previous level here and continue with the presence of a shift candle. And a shift candle is when the market maker steps in and moves price out of a zone that it previously consolidated in. Okay, it started the move here and it's now starting to consolidate back, potentially making traders believe here that it's going to pull back. But in line with the peak formation and the moving averages pointing to the upside, it's a different story. Okay, we are trading at all-time highs. They're consolidating at the all-time highs in anticipation to move price higher. Okay, for all we know, guys, it could completely change and they could just send price down lower and just start the process even at a lower point with intentions to close it higher. But the cycle to the upside will only be confirmed. I'm expecting 2 more cycles to the upside with Ethereum, and those 2 cycles will take out the 1800 and the 1900. Okay, I'm not going to hype you up and say 2K by the end of the week or end of the month, whatever. I'm going to give you a realistic approach. The 1900 mark is only 1400. Now it's only 1300 points away, pips away. Ethereum moves on average of 1495 pips per day. Okay, so it's a realistic expectation because it can move in that direction in one day. Okay, on average it moves times 3 its ADR, which is 4486. So in a week it could actually move that amount of pips. So we could see 2K in a week. It's plausible because of the range that it uses. But I can only really make judgments in near-term areas. And that's not misleading you guys as well. Thank you, Nikesh, man. Yeah, Hollandaise, Nikesh is one of the moderators in here and he's the regulator in the Discord. He's the guy that set everything up, man. When you say hedge their risk, do you mean they will buy Bitcoin and then trade or sell with another thing to cover potential losses? So effectively, Tricky, they may have a portfolio and let's say 25% of their portfolio, okay, is retail, right? And now coronavirus is hitting, okay, retail has suffered drastically. So in order for them to hedge their loss on retail, they come to Bitcoin, okay, and they start loading their portfolio onto Bitcoin. Now the gains that they gain from Bitcoin effectively reduces the hit that they've taken on retail in their portfolio. And that's what the futures market is. Yeah, there's no tax on Forex profits, man. They don't tax Forex. Forex is categorically a losing game. People lose. You can't tax losses. You know, they can't do it. It's speculation. It's deemed as gambling, you know? But it's not. It really isn't, you know? That is a good shout, Ningalo. That's a very good point. Frankie Joseph, got some shouts there. CCTL, LBCC, Riot, Mara, Hive, CBTC. Wow. Nice one, Lee. That's cool. What's going on? Anemic G. Okay. Silly question. No silly question. Do you think the crown is Yeah. Yeah. If the crown isn't invested in crypto, I'd be very... Look, guys, I said it. Okay. I find it difficult to believe that Elon doesn't hold any Bitcoin. Okay. I find it even harder to believe Warren Buffett doesn't. And I also find it very difficult to believe that the crown doesn't. Okay. Their portfolio is huge. You know, I'd be surprised if the church doesn't own Bitcoin. The church's portfolio. Wow. The Vatican. Guys, this investment is no different to buying in land. You know? Okay, Discord is not letting me click the tick. Joan, you only have to click it once. Doesn't matter if the number doesn't go up. Okay, cool. Guys, welcome to the... I'm glad you're reaching the Discord. You know, I stream every single day, guys. You know, and we have these conversations every night. And some might think It's a bit repetitive, but guys, I can't change the repetitive behavior of a market maker. If he's repeating himself, that means he's repeating the cycles. That means we can repeat making money. And usually that's a formula that we all aspire to achieve. The repetitive formula of making money, you know? Who's Brian? Who's Brain Green? Who's Brain Green? Any news out the CME meeting? It happened today, my friend. Music HD, realistic price prediction, end of 2021, in my opinion. For what, my friend? Cali, Miguel, what's good? Guys, you keep saying, should I buy it? Should I buy it? What are we talking about? Bitcoin or Ethereum, man? Do you expect Ethereum to dip when Bitcoin pulls back a little? Probably. Probably. It could dip now, guys. Like, you know, it's as long as it stays above this formation here, I don't care what it does. And you have to be okay with that. Ethereum can drop to the 50-day. It can drop here. It can drop here. It can drop here. As long as it doesn't drop here, I don't care. It's still in line with the cycle, you know? If I start to mine outside Earth, tons of new raw material, gold, it gets how would I cannot work. That's 30 days. Guess my best performing coin. It's Cosmos. Done great. Ah, wow. Art of Bebop. No worries, my friend. Catch you in the Discord. Yeah, man. We'll see you there, bro. Jafar, what's a good entry for ADA trying to ride to £2? Oh, as an investor, my friend, it's any entry really. Are you, Tommaso, are you an investor or a trader? It all helps. Guys, if you're going to ask the question, okay, whether you should buy Ethereum or Bitcoin, please state if you're going to be an investor or a trader, you know? It helps us out. This is it. But it's true though, Bitcoin is a fashionable coin. What's its utility? Nothing. Really, it's not really about anything, you know? It rises on the speculation of people owning it, whereas Ethereum is a good utility. Martin, is now a good time to buy Ethereum? If you're an investor, yes. If you're a trader, no. Any point is good time to buy Ethereum. It's that. I don't trade stocks. Martin, investor. Yeah, any point, my friend. Is ADA a good investment? Is anyone in here that can give the breakdown to ADA? Why is ADA a good investment? Lloyd, bit of both. Right, Tiffany, why? Okay, I am a trader. I hold long term as well. Okay, cool. So as a trader, we're waiting for the break of this previous high to confirm, because then it will be in line with the peak formation cycle. So we've come out of level 1. Level 1 is always an aggressive move to the upside. Okay, it's pulled back, found support at the 50-day. I need it to break above this area here to continue the second phase of the cycle, which is level 2. Okay, once it breaks level 2, we should see the ADR here of 1840, and we could take out the 1900 as well. But that, before we do that, we would effectively see this pattern rise, retrace, continuation. That's what we need to see. Guys, if you can print this pattern in your mind, then you've sorted it. You've got it. You know? What if we've messed with the market makers and started placing limit orders at high prices? Well, Mark, this is what they'll do. They'll spike price just to get that order filled and then hit your stop at the same time. You know? You can't mess with these guys. These guys are messing with us before we even place a trade. What is it we could do? You know? Daniel. And yet I've just started trading now, only £50 worth of it. I'm buying it. Yeah, that's right, man. You're buying at a lower price and selling at a higher price. Yeah. Price prediction end of 2021. Who knows? Who knows, man? So if you're a trader, would you sell at the highs? Well, would I sell at the highs? Well, I need conviction to sell at the highs. I need to see an M pattern to sell at the highs. You know, I need to understand what has price been doing prior to it hitting these highs. Has it been forming cycles in waves as such? You know, what level are we at? Because guys, this is the cycle I look for. Okay, look down here. Oh God, what is this thing doing? Here we go. Hold on. Hold on a second. Wow, what is going on here? Right, okay, cool. So this is the cycle I look for, guys, every single day. I need to establish if this is the market cycle that a currency pair will form. W formation, rise, level 1. Level 2, level 3, peak formation. Drop, rise, retrace, continuation, ride the peak again. Keep going. It just keeps repeating this pattern all the time. Okay? That's what happens. And I look for this pattern day in and day out. Okay? Right now, this is the pattern that I see. That's the projection. You see? Take it easy, number 3. Martin, potentially. Its utility would make that happen. So if you're a trader, would you sell Ethereum at the high to re-enter? It depends on what I'm dealing with. I will sell at the highs. Yeah, if I want to take a short, I'll sell at the high. Because a high to me is not, this isn't a high. That's not high to me. A high to me is if price fails to break the high and shifts out of the zone. It shifts and takes out all the liquidity of the guys and all the money that is trapped in this range here from the guys who think it's going to continue to rise. Okay? I'll sell here. Sell. All day. Sell. All day. I will follow the market makers, run for profit. The pattern time frame that I use the 1 hour time frame to determine the cycle. What level am I at? Okay. And then the 15-minute time frame for the entry of the pattern as such. Okay. Yo, Frank, man, good night, bro. Trading 40 hours equities, then Ethereum. Catch it tomorrow. Thanks a million. No worries, Frank. You take it easy, brother. I'm going to be ending the stream as well, guys, because it's been a long day today for me as well. We'll be coming to an end of the stream. But listen, guys, I want to thank you so much. Okay, get yourself over to the Discord as well. I'll be streaming tomorrow in the morning. I'll be doing a morning stream where it's no audio, but I'm trying to work for some from background music to play, so it's just not dead silence. Some people want it silent because some say they have it on in the office and they don't want it to disturb anyone or anything. Okay, but I hope you guys have enjoyed it, man. You know? Oh my God. $50. I'm going to share this stream on Discord. No worries, Martin. Thank you so much, bro. Glacier Scotch, of course. So it's GMT 9:30 in the morning GMT, and then in the evening it's 9:30 GMT. Okay, between 9:30 and 10 GMT in the evening. So P Standard Time, oh God, my time zones. It could be about Pacific Standard Time. I think it's about in the evening time for you guys, isn't it? I think. N percent potentially could be an M pattern, but in line with the cycle, we won't know. We need to wait for confirmation. If it breaks below the 50-day, then it could be a confirmed M pattern. But we don't know, guys. Right now, we're just waiting. This is the game we play, you know? No worries, guys. Guys, much love to you all, all right? Much love. Get yourself over to the... Bro, I opened the trade and it's going down. Thanks for the heat, bro. No worries, my man. Why have you opened the trade fight? Guten Tag. From Germany. I wouldn't dare buy Bitcoin at the moment. True. Trading theory, should I put a long at 1720? Official ace, a long at 1720. Don't put a long in until it breaks the previous high. Don't do anything like that because it will be in line with the peak formation and the cycle. Good night, guys. Much love to you. No worries, Erica. Thank you so much. Send reminder. I will send reminders, guys. I'll put it in the Discord. Make sure you're in the Discord. Take it easy, guys. Thank you so much for all the support, guys. Much love to you, guys. God bless. Take it easy, guys. Fight. Listen, it hasn't broken yet, man. It hasn't broken yet. The high hasn't broken. You know? Benny, I thought it was clear and by brought highs. I can't tell how the 1 hour chart shows an uptrend. Guys, I'll explain more about this in the Discord. I'll get onto the Discord. Okay? I'll put pictures up on the Discord if anything gets presented to me. Is M down and with up? Yeah. M is down and W is up. Yeah? No worries, guys. Thank you so much. Good night, Nikesh, man. Thank you so much. And hands up if you're here, man. Thank you so much. All right. Ken Barbie, thank you. Crypto Wealth, if you're in here, thank you. The high did break today, but this is a pattern. We're waiting for the cycle. This is the cycle that we're waiting for, guys. We're waiting for that cycle. Okay? Good night from Brazil. Thank you, Victor. Yes, I'll do that right now. Get yourselves in the Discord, guys. I'm going to put it in the general. Discord makes your brain pop. Thank you so much. No worries, Martin. It's a pleasure, guys. Absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for the likes, guys, as well. It's wild. Thank you so much. We'll be back in again tomorrow, guys, every day. Get out. Fight. Fight. Get out. You know, if you haven't seen a profit within 2 hours, get out. Angling, you know. Good morning from India. Lucifer, my guy. Right, you've entered prematurely into a trade, okay? Cut your loss, protect your capital, and wait for the pattern to play out, my friend. Yeah? Wicked. All right, and guys, I'm going to be killing the stream, okay? Take it easy, and we'll speak to you tomorrow, guys. All right? Get out. I'm going. All right, see you in a bit.